That movie is a shit show. What you think you see, what you think you hear, that's what it's about. It's all theater of the mind. No, it's garbage. It's garbage. Mood and atmosphere. Now that I really like. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see.
What's going on, everybody? What's happening? What's shaking? What's doing? It is 6:05 p.m. Monday night, Monday, May the 8th, 2023. This ordinarily is the time slot and day for Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. But of course, last week, it was the launch of the Chapter 2, It's Me Billy Chapter 2 campaign. This week, Tony is busy. He's got some stuff that he has to take care of, some important, exciting stuff on his end. So he wasn't going to be available tonight. So hence the one dude and no bullshit. When it's just one of us, it's just not too much bullshit going on. So I thought, you know what? Let's jump on anyway, have a Q&A, see what you guys are doing, see how you're doing, how you feeling, and just kind of shoot the shit for, a little while and see where the road takes us. So this is not an official episode of Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. This is just one dude and no bullshit and Q&A. And so I thought we could just kind of settle in and see where, like I said, see where the road takes us here on this Monday night. Very exciting indeed. Hey, Josh McKenna, what's going on, Josh? Josh gets the ball rolling. He gets the ball rolling. Starts off with a very generous super chat of $19.99. Thank you, Josh, and says, did you know Olivia Hussey's daughter is an actress? I did, yes, India Isley. I was watching a movie called Nanny Cam the other day, and I looked up the cast and found out the main actress was Olivia's daughter. India Isley is her name. Yes, that's right. Yeah, she was born, Olivia has 3 children. And India was the last one born, I believe, in 93, I think. Olivia had her quite late. I think Olivia was already in her 40s. I think India's 30 this year, if I'm not mistaken. So I was aware of that. Indeed, yes. And she is an actress. Yeah, she's been in a couple of movies. She was in one that I watched too. I forget, not that one, but there was another one I watched. I forget the name of it. It was on Netflix as well. She wasn't the star, but she was a supporting character. I forget her name now, or I forget the name of the movie. Can't remember. But thank you for the super chat, Josh. Always appreciate your continued support to the channel. Really appreciate that very much indeed. Indeed. Let me see here. What do we got going on? Bobby Hall says, Dave, who owns the rights to the photos that Kim Gottlieb Walker took for Halloween? I'm curious why some of them are allowed to be online in her book while others aren't. I'm not too sure, Bobby, when it comes to the Gottlieb situation. Whoops. What do we got going on? Sorry about that. Forgot to mute my other feed. I'm not entirely sure. I know that I don't know because I know a lot of the, if you're talking about, hang on a sec. Okay. No, hang on. I know what you're talking about now. It would be, I think you're referring to the all the BTS photos that Sean Clark has seen, and so these are. Look, it's Malika Akkad, it's Malika Akkad. He's the one that is holding this up, and I don't know why. I don't know what he's waiting for, what opportunity he's waiting for, but he is holding it up. So I would assume it has to do with Malick. Some have been approved while hundreds of others haven't. So hopefully one day Malick will come through. The Violator 862 sends in a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Says, hey Dave, I'm working on a horror short film, but have a low budget and little people that want to work on it. Any advice for me? It's hard for me to say because I don't know what level you're working at, but I would just say, hone the script to the best of your abilities. Make sure it's an enticing script. It's one that's attractive to people. And then, maybe try to get some friends together and try to make it work. Again, I don't know what level you're working at, so it's hard for me to give any sort of targeted, advice. I kind of have to be general about it. But just make sure it's a good script with good characters. And so it's attractive to anybody who's reading it who may want to come on board, is what I would say. So, yeah. Ryan S. says, Dave, I'm really excited for your epic Halloween stream. We need this. I wish more people supported you in this. This would be crazy awesome. Do you think people want it to happen? Thank you, Ryan, for mentioning that. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know what Ryan is talking about, yesterday I made the announcement on my channel that I would be willing to do an entire day, a Halloween stream. An entire day where I watch nothing but Halloween movies on the Saturday before Halloween. Going to watch Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, and Halloween 5. One gigantic 8 or 9 hour stream. We'd get the popcorn out, we get the munchies out, we talk Michael Myers and Halloween, and we go to town and we just have a great time. But I said that in order for that to happen, I want people to donate to the Indiegogo campaign, specifically to the Blu-ray perk, and purchase a Blu-ray. And some of you have done that. Not a lot since I made that video, but some people have, which I really appreciate, of course. And if you plan on doing it, I appreciate it. Totally awesome. But yeah, and then so that's what that is that I want to, I really do want to do that. Some people are like, no, you don't really want to do it. No, I really do want to do it. Absolutely. I think that would be wild. Look, it's not like we're watching, the Shawshank Redemption and, The Green Mile and Saving Private Ryan, where those are very intense movies. And I don't know if I'd be up for an 8-hour stream with those movies. You know what I'm saying? But for slasher movies that are 90 minutes in length, yeah, whatever. You can bang out 5 of those, no problem. The day is going to go by like it's nothing, right? And I thought that would be really cool. I don't know if that's ever been done before. I mean, I know people have held Halloween streams and have watched movies, but has anybody ever had one gigantic epic 1 day stream where we're watching nothing but Halloween movies? I don't know. I thought it'd be really cool. But yeah, of course, I want to make it worth my while, and I want my crazy family to be able to step up and make it happen. So I don't know if you're going to. If we do and we get to 550 Blu-rays sold, it can be the singular Blu-ray on its own, or it can be the double blue, which is Billy Chapter 1 and 2. Whichever one gets to a total of 550 sold, I will honor that commitment and absolutely do it. I mean, if we get to 449, 448, I'll do it anyway. But we got to get in and around there. We got to get to 550. And if it happens, I'll do it. If it doesn't happen, I won't do it. That's the trade-off, right? That's what I'm willing to do if you guys help me out. And I think that's fair. I mean, to sit my ass down for 8 hours and watch Halloween movies, talking Michael Myers, get the munchies out, and, we'll take, a couple minute break between each movie. But I'm totally down for that. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I sincerely mean that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, I do. I need people to step up, and help us raise the funds for It's Me Billy Chapter 2. Now, somebody reached out to me, actually, was it last night or the day before? No, it wouldn't have been the day before because I posted the video yesterday, so it must have been last night. Crazy busy. And they said to me, they asked me, it was a good exchange with this person. They said, did you, do you think you're actually going to get 550 people? Well, actually, it'd be less than that because we've already sold about 50 or 60. So really, we only need like 495 more people. And they said, you know, do you think that you will achieve it? You know, I mean, that's a lot of people. And I said, you know, let's look at it this way. I have nearly 30,000 subscribers on this channel. Across my socials, so Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, I have about 15,000 people that follow me. So in theory, that is absolutely achievable, right? Like, think about that. It's not like I have 300 people that follow me and I'm trying to get 500 people to buy a book. That's really difficult, right? But it's absolutely achievable. It's just convincing people to do it, right? And I'm not talking about people who've already done it or people who genuinely can't do it, right? Like people who are like, you know, like $20 is either, hey, I either buy diapers for my kid or they shit on the floor. I'm not talking, of course, look, there are people that absolutely cannot afford it, and that's totally fair. But out of nearly 50,000 people that follow me across all my socials, I think there's probably 450 people somewhere that could absolutely buy a Blu-ray. But it's convincing them to do it. And that's not easy. It's not easy because, you know, you have to convince non-Black Christmas fans or people that, you know, don't really care about what I'm doing to step up as well, right? You know what I mean? And so this person, it's funny because this person asked me, said that, you know, I love your content because I think it's awesome. You know, I wish there was something I could do for you because, you know, you've entertained me over the years. And I'm like, well, there is something you can do. You can buy a Blu-ray. That's what you can do for me, right? You know what I mean? If you really appreciate the channel and the content and all the Halloween stuff and the work that I've, you know, put in and all that kind of stuff, then if you want to show your appreciation, buy a Blu-ray. And that's totally, I'm not asking for an arm and a leg or, you know, a kidney. I just think that would be really cool. And you know what? When we ship it to you, if you don't want it, you can sell it on eBay, you can hand it off to your friend, you can throw it out, or you can keep it on your shelf as a reminder of something cool you made happen. You helped to bring back Olivia Hussey into Black Christmas. I mean, that's like Jamie Lee Curtis returning for a Halloween fan film. Think about that. That's pretty cool. So even if you never watch it or never open it, you can have it on your shelf and be like, hey, that's pretty cool. I help with that. So yeah, I thought it was a really cool incentive for my viewers and my fans and my followers and people who really like, you know, the channel. I thought it was a cool and absolutely fair trade-off, you know? But yeah, we got to convince people to do it. And if they don't do it, well, then I don't do it, right? I mean, that's just, you know, the nature of it. I really want to do it. And I know there's people out there that want me to do it, and that's fair, but you got to buy a Blu-ray, you know? And so don't think, oh, I'm not going to buy a Blu-ray because I don't have to, because lots of other people will. No, the irony is everybody's thinking that. So everybody has to stop thinking that, and everybody's got to kind of step up. You know what I mean? It's human nature to think, oh, yeah, no, I don't need to do that. He's going to do that. No problem. You know what I mean? I've done that kind of thing before too. And then you realize, oh my God, I should have stepped up. Everybody's thinking the same thing, right? So, yeah, Ryan, I want to do it. I absolutely want to do it. And I think it'd be a blast, but, you know, I'm in the middle of crowdfunding for a really big film here that is bringing back Olivia Hussey, and I need help. So the link to the Indiegogo campaign is in the description. If you go there, and here's the thing too, the Blu-ray is really cool because if you're in the US, you'll spend, I think with shipping, you'll spend about $45 or $46 or something like that. But you'll get the Blu-ray, and on the Blu-ray, we'll have the director's commentary, a BTS featurette, trailers, the full movie, and you also get the digital download package, which comes with the poster, the script, a digital copy of the movie, promotional stills, and your name in the end credits. All for $45. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? And it would help us out immensely. I mean, it is absolutely achievable, Ryan. It absolutely is. 450 people to get to 550 total, or 480, or I think it's something like that. I'm not asking for 5,000 people. I'm asking for, 500 people to, it's absolutely achievable. And we'll see. I don't know. If it happens, I will absolutely honor it. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to have special guests throughout the whole show. I'll have some giveaways as well. That'd be really cool. So maybe Halloween giveaways throughout the stream. That would be cool, right? That'd be cool. I totally want to do that. Absolutely. Maybe there'll be some people coming on to help me watch a movie or two or something. I don't know. It'll be fun. But we got to get there. And it's absolutely achievable. 100%. So fingers crossed, Ryan. Fingers crossed. We'll see. So yeah. So if you really appreciate the channel and the content and see, you really are thankful that, the channel exists and you want to kind of say thanks, that's a really great way to say thanks. 100%. I'm just saying. I would really appreciate it very much. Chester Franklin Jr. says 8 hours of Dave talking Halloween and watching Halloween. That's what I'm saying. 8 fucking hours, man. We're going to start at 9 a.m. on Saturday, October 28th, if we can reach the goal. We're going to start on Saturday, October 28th at 9 a.m. Eastern, okay? We're going to start with Halloween, then we're going to go to Halloween 2, then we're going to go Halloween 3, then we're going to go Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. That's the lineup. Some people have reached out to me like, hey, can you swap out? No, I can't. No. That's the lineup. That's what we're going to do. 8 hours. There's some people who said, can you make it like 12? And I'm like, make it, okay, sure, I'll make it 12. If we get to 1,000 people buying Blu-rays. How about that? If 1,000 people buy a Blu-ray, then we'll make it 12 hours. Hey, come on, man. It's a little bit of a give and take here. You know what I'm saying? But I think 500 for 8 hours is absolutely more than fair. I think my voice and my ass will be completely shot by the end of that stream. But that would be so much fun. You're absolutely right, Chester. 8 hours of us watching Halloween 3 days before Halloween, eating munchies and fucking talking Michael Myers and shit and analyzing stuff and getting you guys in on it. And it would be a blast. I hope we can get there. Like I said, it's absolutely achievable. 100%. Hey, Anthony Michael says, I'll jump into the stream during Halloween 4 that day. Nice. See, that's what I'm talking about. You have no idea who's going to show up. Let's get there. Let's fucking show this community we can do it. Let's do it. If you guys do it, I'm going to be like, yes, Mama Crazies came through. And like I said, I understand that not everybody that watches me is into Black Christmas or It's Me, Billy. But if you watch me and you appreciate me, that's something you can do for me that I would really appreciate. And it goes towards a great cause and it's horror history, folks. Look, I know this is a fan film, but Olivia Hussey is coming back, okay? We're creating horror history here. This is pretty fucking cool, but we can't do it without you. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I've gone on that, but yeah, let's hope so. Tony Michael's in. We might have some other people coming on, maybe some viewers. I'm just saying there's going to be some giveaways, maybe Halloween stuff. Just saying. We got to get there. I got the wrong bottle of water. There we go. Let's see what's happening here. Did I miss a super chat? I don't think I did. Oh, wait, I did. Sean Sheridan sends in €2, says, are the Blu-rays region free? Yes, the Blu-rays are region free. So no matter where you are in the world, it will play unless you have a player that isn't region free, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's how it works. Yeah, no, they're region free. And like I said, so on my campaign, there's the official Blu-ray, It's Me, Billy Blu-ray, right? You know, the one with, it's just one. And then there's a perk called Double Blue, which is where you get chapter 1 and chapter 2. I think the Double Blue perk is at like 60 sales right now, and the singular Blu-ray is at like 55 sales or something. Whichever one gets to a total of 550 sales, I will honor both. Like I will honor both, 100%. So if the singular Blu-ray gets to 550, we did it. If the double blue gets to 550, we did it. I'll honor it, absolutely. For sure. It doesn't matter. But we got to get there. And they are region free. It's some cool shit, man. Like, I don't think people, like, if I replaced Olivia Hussey and It's Me, Billy with Jamie Lee Curtis and Halloween fan film, you guys all be going, "Whoa! You know what I'm saying? Well, that's the equivalent of what we're doing here. It's crazy shit what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's going to be awesome. Oh, Devontae, you don't get a Blu-ray. Let me see here. Thank you, Tony. Oh, and again, yeah, the link is in the description to the Indiegogo campaign. We just crossed 25% today, I think. We crossed 25% today. Let me see here. We just had a couple more sales come in. Maybe those were Blu-rays. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome if they were Blu-rays. I'll have to check after the stream, but let me just quickly go over to the other screen. Oh, there I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, so 30,422 Canadian dollars, 25%. We're 1 week into the campaign. Fucking amazing. Look at that. That's all you guys. That's all because of you. That's you. You are doing this. You are bringing Olivia Hussey back. You are I mean, she's already back, but we need to make the money in order to make it a reality. Or raise the money, I should say. You're doing this. 30 grand, Canadian dollars. If you're American, you'll see less. 30 grand already in 1 week? Mama crazies! I'm telling you, you guys are fucking amazing. Look at this community, man. Look at that green bar inching closer to fully funded. Look at you. It's amazing. Do you not understand that if 490 more people bought a Blu-ray, we double our budget? Do you realize that if 490 people all bought a Blu-ray, we'd have over $50,000? We'd double our budget. We'd have close to 60 grand. We'd have close to half of our production budget. That's how easy this is when people actually go, oh yeah, okay, sure, no problem. What, a Blu-ray? That's it? Oh, sure, here, no problem. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy stuff. That's wild. That's wild. And with the amount of people that follow me, you think it would be easy, but you got to convince people. And that's why I thought, hey, you know what? Maybe a gigantic Halloween stream would do it. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. It's going to be great. Maybe we'll get Bruce on too. Maybe I could even convince Victoria, Sam in It's Me, Billy, because her, I don't know if you guys know this, Victoria's favorite horror movie is the original Halloween from 1978. Isn't that wild? I didn't even know that till after I casted her. I was like, what? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. Maybe she'd come on and watch the original with us. That'd be awesome. Who knows? I'm just saying there's a lot of crazy stuff that could happen on that Saturday, but we got to get to 550 total units. Link in the description. Let me go back over here. All right, let me see here. Sean, did you already ask that? Or are the Blu-rays region free? And then you come down here again and are the Blu-rays region free? Yeah, another €5 from Sean. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. Yes, they are region free. Yes, they are. Yep. So you don't have to, if you live in, well, you obviously live over in Europe because you're paying with euros. If you're in Germany, if you're in the UK, if you're in France, if you're in Canada, the United States, Australia, Guam, I mean, it doesn't matter. They're region free. Yeah, Maca 4XL hoodie, please. We're working on it, dude. We're working on it. The manufacturer right now only goes up to 3XL, so we're working on it. We're working on it. We're it's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. Let me see here. A-Train says, are you still wanting to develop Port Robinson Road? Absolutely. Yes. It's one of my babies. Yeah, for sure. 100%. We're just, of course, obviously dialed into It's Me, Billy Chapter 2 right now. Guys, you have no idea how excited we are for this. I mean, this is big. This is, I know, again, if you're not like dialed in and you're not emotionally attached to Black Christmas like you would be, say, like Halloween or something, you know, but think about it. Like it's big. Like what's happening here is big. And we're just so excited to make this a reality. And we've done so well in that first week. Like I said, $30,422 in that first week. Guys, I mean, like the love, man. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about. That's why I said to that guy, you know, he was, his name was Mark. He was a very nice guy. And he was like, oh, dude, you know, I love your stuff. And, you know, you're awesome and blah, 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 you know. And he says, he goes, you know, he says, I've seen the original Black Christmas. I'm not a huge fan. I like the '06 remake better, but, you know, I'm a big fan of you. And, you know, if there's anything I can do to, and I'm like, yeah, you could. And he's like, oh, okay, sure, no problem. And I'm like, yeah, go buy a Blu-ray. He's like, no problem, man, for you, no problem. So that would help us out a lot, for sure. Austin C says, hello, Dave. Just joined the stream. Might not stay long. Figured I'd hop on and hang out for a little while. Absolutely, Austin. Welcome, my man. Another McCrazy joining the stream. I love it. Kevin Ketchy says, sorry if this is a dumb question. Never any dumb questions. Never any dumb questions. Unless you say, is the earth round or anyway. But what does the 3 campaigns mean on the Indiegogo page? Do you only have 53 days left until the campaign fully ends or until the next campaign begins? Oh yeah. So when you see, great question, not a stupid question at all. So let me go over to the other screen. So yeah, so you see 3 campaigns. Where does it say that now? Oh, it's not showing up. Why is it not showing up there? That's weird. It's not showing up on the desktop version for some reason. I don't see 3 campaigns. Anyway, yes. So maybe on the mobile version, there will be a part where it says 3 campaigns. That's the total campaigns I've run. So I'm currently in my 3rd right now, which is Chapter 2. The one before Chapter 2 was Chapter 1 from 3 years ago, right? So that's 2. And then I ran a little campaign for a little Halloween fan film I did about 6 or 7 years ago. Didn't raise anything at all, but that was before I had an online presence. And that was the 3rd one. So it's just the total campaigns I've had. And this is my 3rd one. And yes, that means 53 days left until the campaign is over. Now, if we can raise the entire production budget, which is about 100, which is, says there's 120,000 Canadian, that's about 89,000 US, then the campaign moves into demand. It moves into demand, right? And that means now the campaign is over, but we can continue to raise money after the fact. So, you know, maybe you picked up a hoodie and a Blu-ray, but you really wanted that t-shirt too, but you couldn't afford it at the time or something. But now the campaign is in demand. So now you can get it. And we can also continue to add perks. So when the campaign is into demand, we can continue to add perks. I'm just saying. That's why every Indiegogo campaigner would love to get their campaign fully funded, obviously, because that means, great, it's fully funded. Now we have all the money that we need, but also we can continue to raise money after that, you know, for post-production and extra Blu-rays and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it really does help. It really does help. So, yeah, like totally. And it's absolutely achievable and absolutely doable. Oh, look at that. We even went up again. 30,487. Whoever that was, love you, man. Seriously, you are now a part, whoever that was, you are now a part of horror history. You are. And your name will be in the end credits of a sequel to Black Christmas that Olivia Hussey reprises her role as Jess Bradford. That's crazy. And that's awesome. That's what I mean. Like, even if you're like, there's lots of movies that I'm not, you know, like as dialed in emotionally, right? But I see the cultural significance, you know, like I understand it. I can intellectualize it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be a part of that. That's really cool. Do you know what I mean? So that's awesome. Whoever the 3, I think it was 3 people that since whoever it was, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Let's get those. Let's fucking get those Blu-rays to 550, man. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Chester Franklin Jr. says, hey, Dave, question. Is that goal to do the Halloween movie stream for October 28th? Because on the same date, I will be watching AMC Fear Fest. Can't wait for it, Dave. Yes. I understand that I will be competing with AMC, but there's something that AMC does not have, and that's Dave McRae. So, although I have done commercials on AMC before, but as voiceover, I've done a couple of I've had a couple of commercials air on AMC in the past, many years ago. But yeah, so but they don't have me. I mean, come on. Would you rather watch AMC Fear Fest, or would you rather watch Dave McRae's epic Halloween stream to end all epic Halloween streams, watching 5 Halloween movies in a row with munchies, guests, and giveaways? Oh, sure. AMC has the movies, but you know what AMC doesn't have? Guests. You know what they don't have? Me. You know what they don't have? Giveaways throughout the day. Yeah, so come on. AMC? Not even close. Not even close. I'm just saying. Sean Sheridan sends in €2, says, it was me on the Indiegogo. Sean, you are now a part of horror history. Your name, Sean Sheridan, will appear in the end credits of that movie, and you bought a Blu-ray. So now you get a Blu-ray and you get the digital download package as well. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. The entire cast and crew says thank you. I know I can say that on behalf of them. Thank you so much, Sean. Really appreciate that. Like I said, it's not that hard, right? Nearly 30,000 subscribers. We just need another 490 people to buy a Blu-ray to get this stream going. We should be able to do that by midnight. What the hell's going on? Come on. Let me see here. Thank you again, Sean. Really appreciate that. Bobby Hall says, Dave, when did you find out that Olivia Hussey agreed to return? Wondering if this was recent or if you kept it secret for a while. It was a few weeks ago. We were in negotiations for a couple of weeks as well. So it was probably about a month process, going back and forth with her manager, who's a great guy. And so shout out to Tony Marinozzi. And again, I can't get into the details of it all, but just that we approached and made the pitch and explained our idea and what we want to do and how we want to honor her and her character and pay respect to her and her character and the movie and the legacy, which is what this is all about, of course. And he appreciated the idea and thought it was great and wanted to help us out and obviously, you know, a lot of discussions going on back and forth and she was in. So again, I can't get beyond that at this stage, but we were able to make it a reality before we launched the campaign, which is what we wanted to do, because we wanted to launch the campaign with her name attached to it, because that would have been amazing, right? You know what I mean? I mean, if we couldn't have launched with her name attached to it, then we would have just said, you know, Jess is in the middle of being cast and all that kind of stuff. Not a big deal, but we knew that if we launched Monday morning, May 1st, 9 a.m., boom, Indiegogo campaign now live, Olivia Hussey returns. I mean, that's just like, that's coming out like gangbusters. You know what I'm saying? And we wanted that. And he wanted that too. Her manager wanted that for us as well. And so we made it happen and we're very excited, but we have to raise the production budget, of course, too, right? So now it's stressful time being a producer. I wish we didn't have to crowdfund, but we do. But you know what, though? I say that because it takes the stress off when you don't have to do that, obviously, right? When you're a producer and you don't have to crowdfund, it takes the stress off because the money's already there and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But having done this is my second time now. Well, my third time technically, but my second time, like, actually really doing it. It really is amazing. I've been a part of a number of crowdfunding campaigns as a donor, and it really is cool. You know, when you think that you are responsible, you are helping to bring something to life, especially when it's of this magnitude. Do you know what I mean? Like this is this is what's happening here is, you know, Darren Sands of the Slaughtered Lamb said to me, says, you know, it's almost bigger than It's Me, Billy now. And he's right. It is. This is big now, you know, and who knows where this is going to go. And it's really cool. You know, again, it's a fan film, yes, but we are delivering a professional product from top to bottom, through and through. And so it's not going to, you know, look like a fan film or feel like it's going to look totally professional like the first one. And to have her on board and now, and Lynn, I mean, I'd be remiss if I, you know, didn't say Lynn. Lynn Griffin is also on board. And so there's a credibility and an authenticity now that has even gone up a couple more notches. And it's big, you know, and so like to have your name a part of that, to know that you helped make that a reality is pretty cool. It is horror history. It's a fan film, yes, right now. Who knows what'll happen after? But it is something that is really big, you know, one of horror's first final girls ever, you know, and it's extra special too, because Olivia is a very private person. And, you know, she for her to step out, it's not like Jamie Lee Curtis where Jamie's out there, you know, Olivia's not so much. So for her to do this is big, means a lot. And Olivia, if you ever see this, thank you so much. We won't let you down. I promise you that. So yeah. Let me see. Cody Snyder, one of my great mods. Cody Snyder sends in $5 and says, if we get there, I'll come on and do the Crispin Glover dance from Friday the 13th 4. Live. Love is a lie. Yes, you heard it right here, folks. You heard it right here. Somebody said to me, who was it? Said in the post in my community section, I think, or maybe it was in the video yesterday, said that they would donate $500 to the campaign if I wore a Halloween 5 Michael Myers. I think they're joking, obviously, but if I wore a Halloween 5 Michael Myers mask through the whole thing. Listen, I don't think I'm going to wear it through the whole thing, but I don't have a Halloween 5 Michael Myers mask, but if somebody wants to send me one and then donate $500, I'll wear it through Halloween 5 because we're going to watch Halloween 5. No, I might have to kind of, you know, move it up a little bit to get some air, but I would definitely have that thing on being crazy watching, you know, part 5. Sure, why not? Yeah, I'm not going to do it through the whole stream though. I mean, I'd be dead. You'd see me fainting, you know. Oh, man. Brooke Scarlett says, I've got to head out. I just wanted to hop on and say hello. Good evening, everyone. Hope you get all you need, Dave. Can't wait for It's Me, Billy 2 and the 8-hour stream. Let's hope so. Fingers crossed, Brooke. Fingers crossed. Thank you, Brooke. Really appreciate that. Geeked Out Turtle Fan says, Dave, will you dress up as Dr. Loomis on this Halloween live stream? Why not? Well, hey, maybe. I'll tell you what, if we get to 550 units sold, I'll definitely consider it. This was Halloween 4. All right, let's just do this. Sure, why not? Absolutely. It'd be so much fun. And like I said, I think that's a fair trade-off. Me sitting my ass down for 8 hours. I think that's a fair trade-off. You know, you guys get a win, I get a win, you know. And again, the money doesn't go to me. The money goes into the film, right? Bruce and I legally cannot make anything from this movie. I mean, unless the rights holders come forward and, you know, that's a different thing for another time, right? But as of right now, it is a not-for-profit fan film, right? And it will likely stay that way. So we can't make money from it. The producers, you can raise money to make the movie, but you cannot make money from the movie, right? So everything that is raised goes into the production of the movie. We make zero. And as a matter of fact, just like the last time, Bruce and I will probably be out of pocket a few $1,000s here or there too, depending on how much we raise. So, you know what I mean? So yeah, it goes right into the film. It goes right into the film. It doesn't go into my pockets. Let me scroll down here. Oliver Mercer sends in a very generous super chat at 20 pounds. Thank you, Oliver, and says, I've reached out to a few actresses regarding my Terminator origin story. Is it true they can't commit to my project until it's greenlit? Yet Olivia is connected to Billy without it being greenlit. Just curious, Dave. So, it depends on the level you're working at, right, Oliver? Sometimes actors will sign what is called an LOI. So that's a letter of intent. So that means that, what that does is it tells the producers that they are absolutely interested and that they will be a part of the project, barring that you can raise the funds and make the movie, right? There's also, there can be certain provisions or certain stipulations, with that kind of thing. So, if a movie isn't greenlit yet, like it's like having a name attached to a production, right? That happens all the time in Hollywood, right? Especially when you're working from the independent side. If you're on the studio side, right? Well, then the money's already there. But if you're on the independent side, again, when I say independent, I don't mean amateur. I just mean outside of the major studio system, right? With independent production companies and all that kind of stuff. And therefore, you have to go and find money either through an investor or grants or a film program or a production company or something. Then often having a name attached to your film, which basically means, hey, this actor is going to be in this movie if we can raise the funds. Right? That happens all the time. You see actors do that all the time. But again, it depends on the level that you're working at. I don't know if it could be because maybe, Oliver, you're not experienced enough, that maybe they see your stuff and they see the potential, but I don't want to commit to this until I know that you've proven yourself to be professional and are able to raise the funds and know what you're doing and all that kind of stuff. For Bruce and I, because we've worked a long time in the industry and have a certain level of experience and are continuing to gain more, experience. And again, we have chapter 1 to also showcase what we can do, what the project is all about. It then opens certain doors for conversations to be had. So I think chapter 1 definitely helped us in this regard too. So, yeah, I mean, again, without knowing the specifics of your situation, I would say that could be likely part of the scenario, that they don't want to commit yet. You could always try, a letter of intent, but again, it depends on the level that you're working at, right? You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So, but keep your chin up and keep progressing forward. Keep progressing forward. That's what you got to do. Keep progressing forward. Look at this, you fucking bastards. I love you guys. Look at this. Hang on a second. We go to the other screen. Look at this. 30,652. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. You fuckers. This is what I'm talking about. If I could reach to the screen and give you a kiss, I would. This is what I'm talking about. Yes. I think we've gained 5 new backers in this stream and a few $100. Thank you. That it means a lot. It really does. It means a lot to me. You're helping to make this a reality. You've done it. You did your part. Hey man, I did it. I'm in. Your name's going to be in the credits. You're going to get the Blu-ray with a BTS featurette, director's commentary, trailers, the movie. You're going to get the digital download package with a high-resolution image of the poster, a digital copy of the script, a digital copy of the movie in full HD, and promotional stills, and your name in the end credits. Amazing. I love you guys. Do you think we could get to 31,000 by the end of the stream? I'm not talking to those who've already donated. I just mean in general. Maybe. I'd love it if we could. 31 Halloween? Come on. We got to get this to 31. We got to get this to 30. Halloween. Let's get this to Halloween, baby. Maybe that's an omen. If we can get this to Halloween, 31,000 by the end of the stream, maybe that's a good omen that maybe down the line, we will get to that 550 units sold. And like I said, it's either 550 of the Blu-ray sold or 550 of the double blue sold. Whichever gets there first, I will consider that a win. And baby, it's epic Halloween stream Saturday, October 28th. That's all I'm saying. Back to screen. Here we are. Let me see here. Oh, poor Devontae not behaving himself. That's no surprise, though. He's got the IQ of a turnip. Let me see. Bobby's brother says, it's me, Billy, too. It's not only that Olivia returns, which makes it historic, but it's that the return to, it's that she returns to a team which we know will nail it. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. She will be in the best possible sequel project. Thanks, Bruce and Dave. Bobby's brother, thank you for saying that. That means a lot. It really does. It means a lot. We take this very seriously. You know, we are taking this. Look, when we shot Billy Chapter 1, when we were on set, because we're the only ones that have ever done it, right? There's never been a Black Christmas sequel, ever. There's been 2 remakes, one in 06 and one in 19. There's never been a Black Christmas sequel, which is part of the reason why it's a cult film and it never penetrated the horror zeitgeist like Freddy and, you know, Michael and all that. Although since the internet and social media, it's definitely picked up steam over the years, right? And people are, you know, discovering it, which is really cool. But when we were on set shooting Billy 1, there were many times, because we were shooting a professional short film on professional equipment with professional actors, with a professional crew, you know, totally legit. There were many times where I would stand there and I'd be like, it feels like I'm doing the real thing, you know, because it kind of is. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like we have to put the fan film label on it, yes, because we don't own the intellectual property. But beyond that, I mean, it's a professional product, you know, and so there were many times where I was like, this kind of, you know, it's kind of cool. I can't even imagine what that's going to be like on Chapter 2. Do you know what I mean? Directing Olivia Hussey in the role of Jess Bradford. It's going to be wild. I fucking can't wait. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's all do it. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Let's do it. It's just so cool. And Lynn is on board as well, which is great. You know, we found a role for her because obviously her role in the original movie, her character died, right? But we found a role for her that makes sense. The sister of the girl that died, you know, that she played, makes total sense. It will not feel shoehorned in. It's absolutely properly motivated. But I appreciate you saying that. Like, we take this very seriously. We don't want to do this if we can't produce a professional product. Because, you know, we've set the bar for ourselves now, and that's the bar we have to meet and then exceed it. You know, but that's the minimum, right? And so we're taking this very seriously. Nothing is arbitrary. The budget we need is not arbitrary, right? You know, you're dealing with, you know, I mean, It's Me, Billy, Chapter 1. You know, like there's so much more that's going into this now, as I'm sure you guys can imagine. And there's a lot you have to deal with when it comes to budgets. You know, there's unions, there's, you know, because we're dealing with 2 unions now, right? We're dealing with ACTRA here in Canada, and we're dealing with SAG-AFTRA in the US. There's a lot of paperwork that has to be filled out. There's a lot of logistics and flights and hotels and accommodations and production insurance and equipment rentals and craft services. And even still, our movie's still a low budget movie in movie terms, but yes, it is more expensive than the first movie for obvious reasons. And so, but we're taking it very seriously. And I really appreciate that you recognize that. It means a lot. That means a lot. It does, because, you know, it just means a lot. You know, it's like a parent kind of just, you know, recognizing your hard work out on the field or something. You know what I mean? It kind of sounds weird, but I really do appreciate that. Thank you. And I couldn't agree more. She's in good hands. We're going to treat her very well, and we're going to honor her character with respect and dignity. We're just very excited. Da-da-da-dee. Oh, you guys are doing it. You guys are doing it. Look at this. We're up to 757. Less than 200. Yes. I'm telling you, man, we're going to get to 31. We're going to get to Halloween, baby. We're going to get to Halloween. That's what we're going to do. Fucking amazing. I love you guys. That's what I'm talking about. It's not that. That's what I'm talking about. Out of all the people that follow me on social media, let's get this done. Let's do this. Let's show them how it's done. Let's show that we can do this. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me go to the other screen. Thank you, Frank and Cody, for doing the work of my mods today. I thought there was a question from somebody that I didn't. Daisy, hey there. Daisy McMillan says, Dave, how would say Netflix wanted to make it a feature film? What would I say if Netflix wanted to make it a feature film? Well, there's two things that could happen, right? Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 will be of professional, studio quality. So you could absolutely just take Chapter 1 and 2, put them together and release that if you wanted to. You absolutely could do that. You don't need to remake it. The only thing that may cause them wanting to remake it or redo it is that they would want their own stamp on it, right? Why don't we expand this? Which is entirely possible. I mean, maybe you could expand it. Like you could definitely expand it and have more characters, more things going on. But I wouldn't want it to interfere and intrude on the vision that Bruce and I have either. But if Netflix said, hey, we love this, we want you to turn this into a feature film, with Olivia and Victoria and everybody, but we're going to give you, $3 million or $2 million, absolutely, Bruce and I will have a discussion. And then the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 short films will be like the pilot. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like the pitch that, that kind of got the feature film made, right? Or, like I said, you can just take the 2 short films and release them as a feature, potentially. Or you can take the 2 short films and just make them officially canon by maybe putting them on the special features of a 4K release of the movie or something. You know what I mean? It's like a companion piece. Just do that. You could do that too. So there's lots of things that you could do for sure. Until that happens, of course, it is not for profit. But certainly you could do that. Yeah, for sure. But listen, if Netflix called and we're like, hey man, we would definitely be listening for sure. Let me see here. Chris Baber, OnlyFans, the movie is getting made. You might be right. Hey, Chris, you and I go in. We'll go in halvesies. Okay, you and I, Chris Baber and I are going to start an OnlyFans page, and that's how we're going to get the movie made. Whoa, what's going on? Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Holy snapping crap. Did you see that? What is going on? Yes. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Look at you fucking McCrazies. You see? I knew my McCrazies could step up. I knew you just need a little bit of that nudge, you're sitting on the edge of the pool and, it's the deep end and you're like, oh, it's a little cold. And it's like, no, go in. You're going to have fun. When you get into the pool and you're in there and you're splashing around, you're going to have a great time. And then what's going to happen is mom's going to be like, Bobby, time to go. And you're like, oh, I don't want to go. And it's like, because you're having fun. You're like, oh, man, damn, it took me an hour to get in and I wasted an hour sitting on the edge of the pool, dipping my toes in. And I didn't, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? You want to get in. You want to get in on this, man. You want your name in the end credits of It's Me, Billy, Chapter 2 with Olivia Hussey? That's what I'm talking about. Look at these McCrazies. Look at that. We're going to get to 31, man. And maybe even beyond it. Maybe we'll get to 31.5. Who knows? Who knows? But if we can get to 550 units total of the Blu-rays sold of Chapter 1, the singular one, or the double blue, like either or, whichever gets the 550 first total sold, I will honor that stream on October the 28th. It's going to be blast. And I really do want to do it. Somebody said to me, oh, you probably just said that because you didn't think you would get it. It's like, no. I mean, if I only had 500 subscribers, then yeah, that would be stupid. I gave that number to help the campaign, but also because I think it's an absolutely achievable number. It's absolutely achievable. Amazing. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. Amazing. All right, back to the other screen. Sean McCarney sends in £1 and 99 pence. Thank you very much. Bought the Blu-ray. Sean, there he is. That's probably who it was. Sean, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And again, I say this again. I understand that not everybody's a Black Christmas fan, right? I totally get that. But if you are a fan of me and my channel and you really appreciate all the content that I've provided over the years and you want to kind of say thanks, this is a great way to do it. Like I will consider this we're even. Like, we're totally even. You buy that Blu-ray, we're even. Like, I will consider that amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And like I said, you can just plop it on your shelf. Do I have a Blu-ray around here? Yeah, look. Here's the retro cover for chapter 1, right? That's the retro cover for chapter 1. So let's say this is chapter 2. You know, you're not a Black Christmas fan, right? But you get it in the mail and you're like, oh, that's cool. Look, you can throw it out. You can sell it on eBay. You can give it to your mom or dad or your brother or sister or your dog. You can play with the dog in the backyard. You can use it as a Frisbee, whatever. Or maybe you'll just put it on the shelf. It's like, hey, I made that happen. That's cool. That's cool. And I really appreciate it. Movie Fan sends in $17.99 AED. Hey, Dave, what are your thoughts on the movie Goodfellas? And if I donate something here, will it be able to go towards IMDb 2? Good luck, buddy. All you do is great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What I would rather you do is, if you want to donate, go to the campaign. It'll be different on your phone, but go to the campaign, and here, let me show you. Okay, so if you're on your desktop and you go here, see where it says, if you're on your desktop or laptop or tablet, it'll probably look like this. If you go to see options, if you do that, that brings you to a page that looks like this. And that is where you can just see where it says make a contribution. So you can just donate however much you want to donate. Right? And then you just hit continue and it walks you through the process. If you're on your phone and you want to donate, because like I've said in the past, maybe you've already picked up a perk, right? You've got your hoodie, your Blu-ray or whatever, but you got like $30 burning a hole in your pocket and you want to donate it to the campaign, you can do that. And it doesn't go towards a perk. So you won't be mailed like another Blu-ray, unless you want another Blu-ray, of course. But if you're on your phone, go to where the perks are and scroll all the way to the end, and then you will see the option to donate. I would much rather you do that, because then YouTube doesn't take 30%. Do you know what I'm saying? YouTube takes 30% of every super chat. So I would rather you do that. That would be that. Or, if you don't want to donate, maybe you pick up a perk too, or something. A Blu-ray. Let's get those up. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. It does mean a lot. It really does. One of the most humbling experiences of my life was in 2020 when we raised $64,000 when we met our budget, and all of you stepped up to make that happen. I was blown away. I was humbled. I was maybe even a little bit emotional, because I knew that not everybody donating was a Black Christmas fan, but they were a Dave McCrae fan. And they wanted me to, they wanted to see this happen because they believed in me and they believed in Bruce. And that's what it's all about. Bruce and I are doing this for the love of filmmaking. We're not getting paid. Like literally nothing. We're doing this yes, it's for our portfolios and of course, absolutely. But it really is for the love of the game. And it means a lot. It really means a lot. So yeah, go to the campaign and donate. That way we don't give YouTube the damn 30%. Sebastian says, Don, not bad. Have a little break from college, so I have time to chill with y'all. Welcome, Sebastian. Love to see you here. Hope college is going well. Let me see. Colin Murdy says, I have my It's Me Billy Chapter 1 Blu-ray on the shelf next to about 7 different formats of the original Black Christmas. Amazing! That's what I'm talking about. Yes! Yeah, Colin, you've been great. I think you bought a Blu-ray and you bought something else as well. Really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. You're making it happen, dude. You're making it happen. Chester Franklin Jr. says, Dave, Mrs. Harry Hagen's $5 super chat. Thank you, Chester. Let me go back. So sorry, Harry. Let me see if I can get it here. I didn't see it. The chat always kind of moves really fast. There it is. Thank you, Chester. Appreciate that, buddy. Harry Hagen, my man, sends in $5. Says, do you consider Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 to be a slasher film? I consider it more of a splatter film. I consider Black Christmas 74 to be the first slasher films as we know it. So, great question. I think this is really like, it's a matter of, it can be a matter of semantics, right? And a lot of the times, people play fast and loose with the terms, right? There are people that consider Jaws 2 a slasher movie, and there are people that consider the first Terminator a slasher movie. And I'm somebody that doesn't, although I do see the parallels. I don't consider Jaws 2 a slasher movie. I think if we start to play loose and fast, and because then where does it end, right? I mean, let's not be a Netflix category here, where just because something has some movie has a funny line in it doesn't mean that it ends up in the comedy section. I can't that's one thing I find really annoying about, Netflix, is that you'll see the same movie in 16 different categories. And it's like, no, it's not a comedy, drama, horror, thriller, musical. I mean, it's not like, you can't have one movie in 90 different, pick it. If I was to walk into the, video store back in the day, Blockbuster, let's say, where would I find Indiana Jones? I'd find it in the action adventure category. Well, then just put it there. Don't also put it in family. Don't also put it in comedy. Don't also put it in, just leave it, But sometimes I think Netflix does that to kind of, either because they want you to find it more easily or because they want to create the illusion that their portfolio is bigger and thicker than it really is. I don't know. But so, although I understand the parallels that people point to, well, you got this guy in Terminator, he's a stalker, he's stalking down somebody. I get that, but I just, you got, Linda's, I mean, she's a final girl, and I get it. I get what people are trying to the dots they're trying to connect. But I guess because I'm a very linear storyteller and I like to stay in my own lane, I don't mind to dip out of my lane every now and then, but I just feel that we tend to be loose and fast with rules nowadays, where everything ends, it's me. It's just me. So Texas Chainsaw, I wouldn't consider a splatter film because there is no splatter. There's no blood. And I think in a splatter film, you have to see, I think one of the criterias is you have to see blood. I think Terrifier is more a splatter film than a slasher film. Traditionally, I think if Terrifier had come out in the 70s, it would have been that, it very much is sort of in that vein. It's very much that exploitative 70s splatter kind of style. Oh my God, would have been, on the nasties list over, in the UK and totally banned. And, so whereas Texas Chainsaw, there's no blood. I mean, there might be like blood here or there, but there's no, you actually don't see, you don't see anything. Ironically, in that first movie. But again, splatter and slasher, and they've evolved over the years as well. I would say that Texas Chainsaw is, I think you can lump it into the slasher category just because of the characters and sort of how it plays out. Black Christmas is, again, it's a slasher by definition, but it's one of the early slashers, so it doesn't carry the same level of intensity and slashing that the slasher subgenre evolved into. So it's tame in comparison, but it does carry those sort of early slasher kind of tropes and themes. Now, ironically, Jess, who was one of horror's first final girls, right along Sally Hardesty. Ironically, Jess is not the archetypal final girl because she's not a virgin, right? She was knocked up and she's pregnant. And so that actually goes kind of against type and tradition, which is really cool, actually. It makes her stand out in comparison to, a Laurie Strode or a Nancy Thompson. Even Sydney, actually, who was virginal, I think, in the beginning of Scream, ended up sleeping with Billy Loomis. So that kind of changed things a bit there, too. But again, I understand that sometimes because this is art, it can be interpreted. But I wouldn't consider Texas Chainsaw splatter. I wouldn't consider it splatter, personally. I think it had the potential to be a splatter movie because of a chainsaw. So had Tobe Hooper decided to go there and show all this kind of shit, then it would have been a splatter movie really fast. But he didn't. So I don't think it It qualifies. And Black Christmas is more like Halloween, because they're early sort of prototypes. They're very tame in comparison. So they are slasher movies technically, because that's what a slasher was at that time. But they're more psychological thriller in their nature too, in a lot of ways. So great question, Harry. And sorry I missed your super chat earlier. The feed was moving by like a bat out of hell. Let me see. Amaducia sends in $5. Thank you, Amaducia. It says, to be honest, Dave, after the terrible remakes of Black Christmas, you're the only one I trust to make a proper sequel to Black Christmas after I saw It's Me, Billy Part 1. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, look, we're very excited. And, you know, like we've been saying, I mean, this community is amazing. You know, I know not everybody's a Black Christmas fan like I am, but we're a community, you know, we're a family, you know, and we support each other, you know, and what you guys did for us in 2020 was outstanding. And I'm hoping we can do it again here, because it would be an absolute travesty for us not to accomplish this goal when Olivia Hussey is ready to return. Again, that's like Jamie Lee Curtis in a Halloween fan film, in a professionally produced, high level. That's crazy. That's crazy. It would be an absolute shame to let this opportunity go by. You know what I mean? We can make it happen. Everybody here can make horror history, which is pretty darn fucking cool, if you ask me. And your name can be in the end credits. No matter what perk you get, your name will appear in those credits. It's fucking cool, man. I really appreciate you saying that, man. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat too. I really appreciate that very much. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. Look at this. Look at this. 30,982, 290 backers. You're amazing. 25% of our production budget raised in the first week. We're only, $18 away from 31. Can we get to 31.5 by the end of the stream? I don't know, but we're at 30,000. We're $18 away from the Halloween number. We're $18 away from the Halloween number, folks. You are, sincerely, this is what I'm talking about, man. I'm not asking for an arm and a leg. I'm not asking for your kidney. Not yet. No. I'm not asking for your kidney. All I'm asking is just to buy a Blu-ray. That's it. Just buy a Blu-ray and let's fucking make this happen, man. Let's make this happen. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you're in the US, it'll probably come to 46, 47, 45, somewhere around there with shipping. But that's the Blu-ray and the digital download package and your name in the end credits. So you get a lot with it if you think about it. So it's absolutely worth it, in my opinion. I've bought many Blu-rays to a lot of campaigns, and they've been really cool to get. I'll tell you that. That's awesome. That's totally awesome. Here, let me refresh here. Have we got through? We've got... We're $4 away! $4 away from the Halloween number! $4. See, this is what shit, my crazies. Yes! My crazies are coming through. This is what we do. This is what the horror community does. This is why the horror community is unlike any other community on the face of the planet. You're like, hey, dude, he's fucking making a Black Christmas sequel with Olivia Hussey. Let's fucking get in on that. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like that. I'd be like, are you serious, Clark? Like, is that what's going on? Like, listen, okay, let's take a franchise that I don't really have an emotional attachment to. Okay, let's say Hellraiser. All right. And somebody in our community was making a Hellraiser sequel, high level production value fan film, Hellraiser sequel, and Clive and what's his face? Clive Barker, right? I want to say Baker? No. Is it Clive Barker? I think that's what it is. That's right? Am I saying his name right? God, I got it. See, this is how you know I'm not emotionally attached, right? Hellraiser. All right, it's Clive, right? It's no, it's Doug Bradley. Why am I thinking of Clive? Doug Bradley? I'm thinking of a completely different movie. That goes to show you right there. That was an honest, true mistake right there, right? That goes to show you that I'm not as emotionally into Hellraiser like some of you are, right? But if somebody in our community is like, I got a fucking high level for that, and Doug Bradley's coming back, I'd be like, oh, I'm in on that. I'm fucking in on that. Here's some money. I'm getting a Blu-ray. I want that Blu-ray on my shelf because I recognize the cultural significance of it. Like I understand, like, wow, this is really cool. Especially if there was a chapter 1 that showed what chapter 2 is gonna, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. I'm there. You know what I mean? That's what we horror family do, folks. That's what we do. And that's not hyperbole. That's absolute sincerity. It's something that I've learned over the years of doing this YouTube channel. I've been doing this now. Like, I've had this channel since 2006, but I started doing this kind of thing in 2017. And I can tell you that I've learned a lot over those years on how tight-knit and family the horror community is. And, you know, this kind of shit that you're seeing here is no exception. Did we hit the Halloween number? Oh, not yet. $4 away. Who's going to be the breaker? We got a long way to go, though, folks. We can't take our foot off the gas. You know what I mean? We can't take our foot off the gas. You know, we got a long way. Now, thankfully, we have a lot of time left, but we got to keep that steady momentum going. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, where are we on the Blu-rays, actually? Let me just look here. Let me go back to the other screen. Let me just scroll down so you guys can see. So now, don't freak out, my American friends. You're seeing Canadian dollars. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Let me scroll down here. Blu-rays. So of the official Blu-ray, we're at 58 claimed. So if that gets to 550 claimed, that Halloween stream is happening. The double blue, which is down. Oh, got to go past the hoodies. The double blue is here. So that's both movies, chapter 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. That's 70 claimed. 70 claimed. So if that gets to 550, stream is happening. So whichever gets to 550, I forgot to mention that yesterday in the video that I posted, but I will take either the official Blu-ray on its own or the double blue. Whatever gets to 550 units. And like I said, with nearly 30,000 subs and over 15,000 people that follow me across my socials, it should be, you would think it would be a no-brainer. I mean, you know, I don't mean like now, like tonight, but you'd think that would be fairly easy to do. Chris Baber, one of my great mods, sends in $9.99, says, here's your $4. Chris, you should have donated to the campaign. Chris, to the campaign. I know. I appreciate the super chat, Chris. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Look at this. Yes. Yes, that calls for one of my favorite tracks, which is this. Yes, 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 Halloween fans! 31,079 Canadian dollars, 294 backers. Can we get those backers to 300? Oh my God! You are amazing! The Halloween number has been met. Let's keep it going! Yes! Fucking A, I'm telling you. That's what I'm talking about. 204 back, excuse me, 294. Listen to that track. That's for you. That's for all of you right there. You're making history. That's not hyperbole. Yes! It's not hyperbole, folks. I know some people might be like, making history, it's a fan film. Well, yes, we have to put the stamp on it. Yes, it is a fan film, absolutely. But look what we're doing. This just isn't any fan film. We're doing something really special here. This is absolutely. It's not like there's another Black Christmas movie that Olivia Hussey is in beyond the original. No, we're gonna be the only one. Telling you. Fucking incredible. Look at that. Look at my fucking, just unreal. You guys are awesome. Awesome. Amazing. That's what I'm talking about. And we need that steady flow over the next 7 weeks. Just that steady flow. Do you know what I mean? Just that steady flow. And we will be introducing some perks throughout the campaign as well. Like today, by the way, folks, today, let me show you, in case you haven't seen. I don't know if everybody follows me on social media or not. But today, we introduced 2 perks, Lynn Griffin perks. Let me see here. Here's one here. So this is a signed tree ornament from Lynn Griffin. Lynn Griffin obviously plays Claire in the original Black Christmas. She's the one that gets the bag over her head and she's strangled and she's in the rocking chair all movie. It's one of the most iconic deaths in all of horror. And she's back in our movie to play Nancy, the sister of Claire. And every Christmas, Lynn makes these Christmas ornaments to hang on your tree, and there's a picture of her in the ornament, and it's signed. It'll say, Merry Black Christmas, Lynn Griffin. And so that 12, but there's only 25 of these available. 12 have been claimed. But with that, you also get a special thanks in the end credits, the digital download package, and the Christmas ornament, $50 Canadian. That's probably about 40 something US or whatever. Pretty good. And she also makes these as well. Little snow globe, which is really cool. And there's 25 of those available, and there's 6 out of those 25 that have been claimed already too. So pretty cool stuff. Just saying. It will say Merry Black Christmas, Lynn Griffin. Pretty awesome. And shout out to Lynn again. Thank you so much for supplying those for us. We really appreciate it. They were an absolutely hot item during the first campaign. In 2020, we had those up on the campaign, and they were sold like it was nothing. It was insane. And so far they're proving I think we've sold about 15 today already. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 18. We've sold 18 today out of a possible 50. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So maybe that's something you want to pick up too. And there's lots of stuff on there, guys. Like there's lots of really cool stuff, like, the official poster, the teaser poster, the globe, the hoodies, both films, both posters together, official posters together, an advanced online screening. You can come on this show. Hey, you want to come on this show? You can come on this show and we can talk about horror, your favorite horror movies, whatever you want to talk about. Again, you're seeing Canadian dollars. For you guys in the States, I think that's about 300 and something. You want to be a guest on Two Dudes and Some Bullshit? You can come on. There's only 3 spots left though. You can come on. You can do that too. Talk whatever horror movie you want to talk about with myself and Tony. There's the voiceover 101. If you want to learn all about voiceover with me, there's the associate producer perk. 4 out of 15 have been claimed already. And then there's the big mummy, the big daddy, the executive producer perk, which is everything. You get everything and all future surprise perks as well. It's the big daddy. It's the big daddy. That's where you need to kind of be like, reach out to the rich uncle kind of thing. But well worth it. So yeah, man, fucking amazing. You guys are just outstanding. Where are we now? We can't stop now. Where are we? We are still at 31.79. Well, like, oh, I'm good now. I'm good. I'm done. We got to keep it going, folks. We got to keep it going. Rob Thidoff says, Dave, even though they will never admit to it, do you think Blumhouse will keep an eye out for how well It's Me Billy 2 does with fundraising and the overall quality of the final product? That's a good question. I don't know. I like full transparency. We haven't heard anything from Blumhouse at all. I mean, when it came to chapter 1, we've heard nothing in regards to chapter 2, nothing in regards to, the news of Olivia. But it could also be because Blumhouse may not own the rights to Black Christmas. They may have had the rights to produce a Black Christmas movie in 2019, but that doesn't mean they still have those rights. Rights are usually purchased for a certain amount of time. And then it, when that expires, it will go back to the rights holder, whoever that is. And because Black Christmas 2019 was not a success, not a box office success, not a critical success, obviously they were not rushing out to make another one. So they probably let the rights lapse, and whoever owns them, it went back to. Or it's entirely possible that Universal has them, right? They're the ones that own them, and they're just not doing anything with them. I have no idea. Are they keeping an eye on it? I think we're too small of a fish. Now, with Olivia Hussey attached to it, does that make us a little bigger of a fish? It absolutely does. But Olivia Hussey is also, you know, I mean, she's 72 now, and she's not like Jamie Lee Curtis, who's just won an Oscar. Okay. Her acting career over the last 10 years or so has begun to wind down. She's kind of taking it easy and enjoying life, which is what makes her coming out and being a part of chapter 2 so incredibly special. Because, you know, as well, again, I don't want to get into specifics. I just want to say that it's very special, and it's not lost on us how special this is, and how much it means to us. So, but because Olivia Hussey is not Jamie Lee Curtis at the moment, it could just, you know, it's just not on their radar. But it might suddenly go on their radar after the movie's done, and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Who knows? I don't know. You know, we just want to produce. Again, it's not for profit. We're not making any money off of this. It's not for distribution, unless, of course, you know, somebody wants to make it for distribution. But we want to create, our goal is to create, obviously we are fine-tuning our craft, and it's for our portfolios, and sure, of course, but it is to honor the legacy of the original film, one of the most important films in all of horror. Whether you like the movie or not, whether you've seen the movie or not, I have no doubt that you are smart enough to recognize its cultural significance. And it's very important. And it's a Canadian movie shot in Toronto. We're Canadian from Toronto. Who better to do it? And so we are honoring the legacy to do it. And when we ended on that cliffhanger of chapter 1, we knew that we were going to do everything we possibly could, bring out the big guns to try and get Olivia, because who better to continue to pay honor to the legacy of Black Christmas and the character of Jess Bradford, one of horror's very first final girls. You could make an argument that it is the first. We wanted Olivia, you know, to pay that respect, and we were able to do it. And here we are now raising the funds. We have to make it a reality. I want to be able to get online, and I want to be able to say, guys, it's been greenlit. It's really happening now. You did it. You know what I mean? And now we'll take it from here, kind of thing, you know? It's fucking amazing, guys. You're amazing. Chester Franklin Jr. says, Dave, despite the Halloween trilogy being over, does that mean there won't be no more Hallow streams? Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to talk to Lee McCoy about that. I'm totally down for doing one. I'm sure we all are. Sort of, the moment's kind of past, I think, you know. But if Lee and Mike and Jay and Jimmy Champagne and Barry all want to jump on and do a Hallow stream about Halloween Ends, I'd be more than happy to. But I don't organize them. I don't host them, so it's kind of out of my hands. You'd have to talk to Lee about that. He's the one that organizes them and everything. So, you know. Warren Armour says, Jason Blum used to work for Universal, right? I think it was Paramount. I mean, maybe at some point in his life he did, but I think it was Paramount, I think, is where Jason Blum, I think he left Paramount to start Blumhouse, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Warren Armour says, if Christmas is black, then shouldn't there be a red Halloween? Ooh, boom, Halloween prequel bit. Right there. Maybe. Tom Ungurian says, yeah, that would have been fire. Topping Arlie. Oh, Arlie Ermy would have been hard to, I guess you get talking. I don't know what you're talking about there. We're talking amongst yourself. Thank you for putting the Indiegogo into the campaign into the chat. I really appreciate that, Tabitha. Thank you so much. Oh, we're moving up. We're moving up. God, I love you guys. Look at this. 31,210, 297. This is what I'm talking about. This is where you guys are. This is what I'm talking about. When I put out the McRae signal into the sky, it's like the bat signal, right? I put it out into the sky. I'm like, where the fuck are my McCrazies? You know, and you guys are sitting at home, you know, you're having a hamburger, you know, you're watching maybe McRae Live, maybe watching a movie, you're out, whatever, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, right into the sky. There's the McRae logo. There's my face in the sky. You know, the face, the avatar, you know, that one. There it is in the sky. It's in the sky. And you're like, babe, I got to go. Why? the McCrazy logo's in the sky. It's like you're Batman. You're Batman. You know what I'm saying? You guys just get up. You just got to go. It's like, Dave needs us. What? Dave? Who's Dave? He needs us, babe. I got to go. He needs us. You know what I mean? And you go and you're out there and your wife's like, looking up at the sky, It's like, what is that? And you're like, fuck, I had no idea. You were like this fucking superhero. Yeah, babe, I'm a superhero. I'm bringing Olivia Hussey back. What? Yeah, babe, I'm bringing Olivia Hussey back. What? No, you're not. It's like, no, babe, I am. And it's like, what the fuck? How's that possible? That's what you're doing? That's what you do? Yeah, babe, I gotta go. I haven't seen that in 3 years. We did it once. I gotta do it again. And you stand up off the couch. You stand up off the couch, okay? Your wife is beside you. You stand up off the couch. You tear open your shirt, and it's got like the bat signal. It's right there. You know what I mean? And it's there, and you fucking shit, and you open and the door opens up, and you get in the car. And your wife's like, holy fuck, I had no idea I was married to a superhero. And you're like, babe, I'll be back later. That's what I'm talking about. 31,210, 97 backers. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get to 550 total. If you're watching the stream after the fact, let's do it. We can do it. With 28.5 thousand subscribers on this channel, we got to be able to get the Blu-rays to 550. I mean, right? I mean, I think that's not a big ask. I mean, I can understand if I was like, let's get it to 27,000 and be like, okay, Dave, love you, Dave, but yeah, let's take it down a notch. But 550? That's crazy. That's nothing. Sebastian says, Dave, please make It's Me, Billy Speedo. Appreciate it. Me, some people. Hey, if we can get those Blu-rays to 1,500, I'll make it It's Me, Billy Speedo, and I'll wear it. Red Bull gives you wings. Yeah, I'm not even on Red Bull. I'm on water. I'm just drinking water, folks. Just drinking water. This is high on life. That's what this is. High on life, folks. High on life. Oh my God, look at you guys. Look at this. 31,345. Look at this McCrae. Or look at this McCrae. I meant look at these McCrazies is what I meant to say. 298 backers. 53 days left. 31,345. Jesus. You guys are like, what the fuck's going on here? I mean, what the fuck? Where the hell have you guys been? What the hell's going on? This is amazing. It's amazing. Love you guys. And I sincerely mean that. It's again, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass. I'm just saying how cool it really is that we can all crowdfund this movie. You're all a part of it. That's so cool. It's amazing. Refresh, Dave. What? Refresh again? Or maybe you were talking about before. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, was that you? Terrell? Was that you that did that? Dude, if that was you, man, that's what I'm talking about. Ethan LeBlanc says, and I haven't even sold my kidney yet. And I'm not even asking for it. I'm not even asking for your kidney, man. You can all keep your kidneys. You can keep your limbs. You can keep your cars. You don't have to remortgage your homes, your houses. The rent's not going to go up. The mortgage isn't going to go up. I just want a Blu-ray. Just buy a Blu-ray. That's it. And if everybody bought a Blu-ray, Jesus. This is what's so crazy. And again, I said this at the beginning of the stream, but I got to say it again because it's just so crazy. It is. It's crazy. If every single person, like there's 4,000 or close to 4,000 people that follow me on Facebook, right? Okay. So, out of those 4,000, there's probably, there's got to be a few hundred in there that, aren't really paying attention to me anymore. Maybe some dead accounts. There's got to be a lot of people in there that aren't crazy on Black Christmas or whatever. And then there's probably some haters that follow me too. Let's whittle that down to, 3,500, 3,200. Can you imagine if 1,500 of those 3,200 all bought a Blu-ray? Do you know how much that would be? Do you know how much that would be? I'll do the math for you here. Again, this is Canadian dollars. 1,500. If 1,500 people, if 1,500 of my followers on Facebook all bought a Blu-ray, you know how much money we'd have towards the movie? $90,000. That's literally how easy it is. That's how easy this is. Like, that's not a shtick. It's literally just that. 1,500 people all buy a Blu-ray, $90,000. That's insane how easy this is. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I'm just saying it's crazy, but that's it. So if everybody came out and was like, hey, let's all buy a Blu-ray. Let's show Dave some love, some support. Let's get this fucking movie made. Get your name. That's going to be a lot of names in those credits. But who cares? Let's do it. You want to get nuts? Let's fucking do it. There'll probably be 4 columns instead of 3, but let's do it. It's crazy how easy that is. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, like I've always said, getting 1,500 people to do anything is very hard, but the math is easy. I'll tell you that. Nick Jean sends in $1.99, says, made my contribution. Plan on more. Love you, Dave. Thank you, Nick. Really. I think I saw yours come in earlier today, right? Is it McRae Live? Is it McRae Live? Am I off on that? Was it yesterday? Can't remember. Anyway, I know I did see your name. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. It's going to be really cool. Like when the movie's done and you're watching the movie and you see your name scroll by, it's really cool. Like I remember when we did chapter 1, when we released chapter 1, there was an onslaught of people posting photos of them taking pictures. It was photos from the screen, from their computer screen, their laptop, from their TV, of their name in the credits. And because they found it really cool. They're like, oh, this is so cool. There I am. And it's like, yeah, you made it happen. 663 backers the first time around. You made it happen. We couldn't have done it without you. Not at all. Amazing. Amazing. Let me see here. What do we call Dark Ninja says, if Olivia Hussey signs some stuff for the campaign, money's going to rain down on you, Dave. I'll plead the fifth on that because too early. Choking on bile. Well, I hope you're not. You don't want to, you really don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Any difference in the Blu-rays for It's Me Billy Chapter 1? Any difference? I don't think so. Like you mean in terms of what'll be on it? Well, it'll be your standard stuff, right? So you'll have the movie, you'll have a BTS documentary. The BTS documentary on Chapter 1 is, I think, like an hour long. So just saying. There'll be a director's commentary as well, so you can watch the movie without me and Bruce talking in your ear, or you can watch the movie with Bruce and I talking in your ear. And there'll be trailers, of course, on there as well. So just like like any Blu-ray, the movie and special features. But if you pick up a Blu-ray, you also get the digital download package, which is the movie in full HD digitally, a digital copy of the poster, high resolution, the script digitally. You'll get the script, so you'll get to read the script, and still promotional images, high resolution, still promotional images for Billy 1 and 2. And that's something we can send you, like, probably, well, you'll get that before you get the Blu-ray, because we can't send you the Blu-rays until the movie's done, right? And those won't start, like, until the movie's up online and things like that. So, well, I guess the digital download package would be the same because it has the movie in it. But yeah. Anyway, I was thinking back to front because of the release date, but still cool stuff. Well worth it in my opinion. Nick says, yep, this guy coming to McRae Live in the future. Can't wait to discuss that topic with you, Dave. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can't wait to have you on this show. Well, not this show, because this isn't McRae Live, but this channel. Can't wait to have you on this channel, man. Gonna be a blast. Yeah, we'll set that up. It'll be next year. But we got to get through the making of the movie and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Thanks for picking it up, man. I really appreciate it. Means a lot. Means a lot. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There it is. There it is. 31,450, 300 backers. Yes. Yes. McCrazies. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's show them how it's done. You know what I'm saying? Let's show them how it's done. Guys, 26%. We went from 25%. Dude, this morning we were at 24%. Now we're at 26%. Yes. Yes, we're knocking on 30, and it's only been a week. But like I said, we got to keep this momentum going. So I sincerely mean this. I mean this, okay? 300 backers. Let's see if we can get to 305. Why not? Let's see if we can get to 305. What the fuck not? I sincerely mean this. I'm not expecting, look, if you have deep pockets and you want to buy 10 Blu-rays, knock yourself out. I'm not going to say no. But don't feel you've got to the same people, right? It's all about getting the word out there. You know what I mean? Like maybe you've got a buddy who's a big horror fan who loves Black Christmas. And you're like, dude, you just pick up it. He'd be like, oh yeah, sure. No problem. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you buy a few, maybe you do buy a few and you give them, as a gift or I don't know. Right. It's about getting the word out there. Like I said a few moments ago, man, there's a lot of people that follow me on social media and I understand that not everybody's a Black Christmas fan. I get that. But if you're ever thinking of how, if you're ever looking for a way to say thank you to me for the Halloween content and just hanging out with you guys and talking movies and Halloween and being crazy and, this is what you can do. And it would mean a lot to me. It would, because you'll basically help to fund my movie. So there's no better thanks than that. There's no better thanks than that. And you get a Blu-ray. So, I mean, it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. B standard or drop B? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Oh, do you mean it's a standard? Yeah, it's a standard Blu-ray, high definition, full HD. It's not 4K. If that's what I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, unless I do know what you're talking about, but I'm having a brain fart, which is entirely possible, by the way. Let me see here. Cecil, there was a Cecil question. Cody Snyder sends in $5. Thank you, Cody. Says, Tab asked earlier, but any plans to go on other channels to promote, like Good Reel, Fauci's Cinema, obviously The Slaughtered Lamb. Yeah, so Bruce and I are working on that now. We're just trying to, we don't want to put all our eggs into one basket. So we want to try and reach as many different people as possible. It's not personal to any channel, or anything like that. But sometimes in the horror community, if you go on everybody's channel, you're not really reaching anybody new. It's just the same people are always watching. Do you know what I mean? So Bruce and I would love to go on certain channels that can also open it up to an audience that maybe hasn't heard about it yet or hasn't seen it, because that's how you reach new, donors, right? Whereas if it's the same people watching you on every channel, we're just all having, it's just the same thing, right? So I don't know if we're going to reach new people that way. I'm not against it, with Fauci and Good Reel and Slaughtered Lamb, of course. But we're just trying to figure out sort of where we can target and what makes the most sense for us. We'll be on the Slaughtered Lamb for sure, because we agreed to that a while ago, for sure. And they have, because of the kind of content they do actually have quite a few viewers that watch them that don't watch me. So that actually will be to our benefit, because they do a lot of different stuff, which is really cool. So we're just trying to target and make sure it's the best bang for the buck, even though we're not paying, but you know what I mean? As the saying goes, kind of thing. Like we were on Lee's channel Drum Dum's channel last Friday, or this past Friday. Yeah, we were on his channel. He's got close to, I think he's 55,000 subs, and just being on his channel, I think we got like an extra $900 or something like that from people who had never heard of us. So that's what we need. We need people to. It's either that or it's all those people that follow me that absolutely could donate, but aren't right now, either because they're not paying attention or because they think they're not going to make a difference. Or no, yes, you will. You will. Like, let's do it. Let's totally do it. Let's fucking make this happen. Like, let's really make this happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Just got to keep that steady momentum throughout the next 7 weeks. Cecil Laird coming on the channel ever. Cecil's been on the channel many times. And yes, I will definitely have Cecil back on for sure. Probably more closer towards when the Dylan Zoo Nightmare release stuff starts to heat up a little bit. We'll have him on. But yeah, no, he's been on many times. I love Cecil. Edward Nito, $5 says, what up, Dave? I just bought the double Blu-ray perk. Yes! Edward, my Godzilla man, that's what I'm talking about. That's the way to do it. Oh my God, look at you guys. Look at this. Let me go back to the other screen. Look at this. 31,589, 302 backers. This is what I'm talking about, my crazies. You're making it happen, dude. I mean, yes, we still have a long way to go, sure. But, you know, we also have 53 days left. But we don't want to get lazy. You don't want to get lazy. It's like in sports, right? It's like in sports where how, like, you know, there's a saying in hockey that the worst lead in hockey is a 3-goal lead because teams, you know, hey, you know, we're up 3-0, we're up 4-1. We can kind of take our foot off the gas, right? But you do that, and then the next thing you know, it's 4-2, 4-3, and all of a sudden it's 4-4, and you're going to overtime and you lose the game 5-4. It happens all the time in hockey, and I know every sport has its equivalent. Right? So, you know, we don't want to get cocky. We don't want to get too, you know what I mean? We just got to keep that steady momentum every day. Just steady momentum. So that's why we got to reach new people and all those McCrazies that, you know, can step up and help make this a reality. Fuck, man. It'd mean a lot to me. It really would. It really would. And thank you so much, Edward, my Godzilla brother. I really appreciate it. Means a lot, dude. Your name's going to be there. Edward Nito's going to be right in there with the E's, baby. Just saw Devourment the other day. Band's hard as fuck. I've never heard of Devourment, but I'm glad you had a good time with the band Devourment. I've never heard of them. But I'm glad you had a good time, dude, and thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that, as always. Sean McCarney sends in £4 and 99 pence and says, Dave, if you offered to get shirtless and high with Tony Michael, we could get this thing fully funded in 24 hours. Could you imagine? We're both sitting there topless like, hey, what's going on, dude? It's fucking dead. Oh, what's going on? Wow, fucking bro. You have no idea what I'm saying anymore. It's just an hour and a half of that. Dual Blu-ray. Oh, the dual Blu-ray count towards Halloween stream. I mean, the double blue, like the two. Yes, absolutely. Like I've said, if we can, so let me go to the other screen here. So if we can get, let's go to, so Blu-ray. So there's, okay. So there's the official Blu-ray, right? Look at that cover, dude. Look at that fucking cover art. Isn't that awesome? It's fucking great shit. Love it. It's Me Billy 2 on Blu-ray. Again, that's Canadian dollars. You guys in the US, it'll be cheaper. But also make sure to click to know what you get with this 60 claims. So yes, if we can get this, if that number there says 550 before the end of the campaign, I will do the Halloween stream. Or if the double blue is, got to go past the hoodies. Double blue is here. 74 claimed. If that says 550 before the end of the campaign, I will do it. Now, if you're just tuning in, I know there's some of you that might be thinking 550, that's a lot. Well, sure, it's a lot of people, but it's not a lot of people when you have, across all your social media, nearly 50,000 people that follow you. It should be pretty easy in theory. So that's why I need you guys to let's fucking do this. I want to do that Halloween stream, man. Look at that, 31,589, 302 backers, 26% funded. Unreal. Fucking amazing, you guys. Bobby Hall says, Dave, are there any horror movies that creep you out? I sometimes get creeped out by movies with demons if they're done really well, like The Conjuring and Insidious. Yeah, I think those movies definitely can creep you out. I like watching just old horror movies can creep me out. There's certain parts of The Exorcist that creep me out, and I'm not talking about like the 360 degree head turn or, is it 360, 365 degrees? 365 degrees, 380, 365, 80, 360. Yeah, my math is off. You know what I'm saying? It's just the mood and the slow burn. Yeah, I can get a little creeped out by some movies. I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head that really did it. Can't remember now. There's a few though. There's a few that definitely, creeped out, really creeped out. Yeah, there's some. There's definitely, got to think of them though. I find that it's not necessarily the whole movie that will creep me out. There's just moments of certain movies. I'm like, ooh, that's really creepy. Oh, well, look, here's a perfect one. There's a movie on Netflix called, I think it's not a horror movie. It's from 2020. It's with Sarah Paulson called Run. Okay. It's a great movie. It's about this girl, who is sick and she's in a wheelchair and she's sick. And, I won't tell you what happens, but she begins to suspect that her mother is keeping her sick. And there's this great moment where, because she's handicapped, right? It creates all this extra sense of vulnerability because she can't quickly move anywhere. There's this one shot. This was creepy. Oh, so well done. And I remember when I was watching the movie going, oh, it was so creepy. And there's another one I'll tell you in a second. But she's creeping around her house at night as best as she can. And because the internet is only available on a computer downstairs. So it's like, I don't know, 2:00 in the morning. And she's at the computer in the dark and she's trying to look up the name of the drugs that she's being, given by her mother, right? Because she suspects something. She suspects something. And she's there. And the shot is here. So it's a profile shot. And then she leans back like this because she's kind of done, and she leans back and she's thinking. And it's a shot right, this long shot, right at the very end of the hall is the kitchen. And in the kitchen is sitting her fucking mother on the other side of the table like she's eating a sandwich. But they don't rack focus. They keep her out of focus. They don't pull focus to show the mother like a da-da. No, they don't do that. And she's dimly lit by some light in the kitchen or something. And you just see kind of you can barely see her. And she's just sitting there watching her daughter. Oh, it was so good. I was like, oh, fuck, that's creepy. It was just the subtleness. I was like, yeah, because it's exactly what I would have done. I get fucking riled up. You know what I mean? I get riled up with that kind of shit. It's exactly what I would have done. 100%. Man, it got me jazzed. I rewound it. I took a screen. If you've never seen it, watch the movie Run with Sarah Paulson. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. It's a good movie. I think you guys will like it. And when that scene happens with that shot, you'll be like, maybe now you'll be a little desensitized to it because I told you about it, but you'll totally get it. You'll be like, oh yeah. And then the other one is a very similar kind of thing in the movie Parasite. when that guy's face kind of creeps up from the basement. Remember that? Oh, I was like, whoa. My girlfriend was like, woo, that's creepy. Oh my God. Because it was just so subtly done. It was like, wait, there's people, what the fuck? Who's that guy? Right? Really good. So it's not necessarily movies overall that creep me out, although I'm sure there are some. I just got to think about it. But there's definitely certain moments in movies that I find genuinely creepy. Like, well, I guess you could say Sinister has a pretty overall creepy vibe to that movie. That's a pretty creepy movie overall, you know? And then there's, you know, the film, and then of course the guy that gets run over by a lawnmower, the kid or whatever it was, or the girl, I can't remember. That was like, oh, that's creepy. Like, just, it's eerie and creepy. There's an eeriness to it. So yeah, those are some for me, for sure. For sure. I want to hear about your Walmart days. Walmart, yeah, I used to work at Walmart years ago. Not too much to say, really. I mean, it was, I just left college, so I needed a job while I was, because I'd gotten my first agent and I was doing on camera, but I needed a job, so I got a job at Walmart, but I was working in the garden center. So I was just, you know, helping people with their peat moss and soil out to their cars and watering plants and flowers and all that kind of stuff. So it was just, it was fun. You know, I could be, it was the summertime. I could be out in the sunshine and get a tan, and, you know, it was fun. Yeah, no, it was, I don't have anything bad to say about it, about my experience at Walmart. I mean, it's, you know, it's typical retail, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy happened or anything. Dave will do Coke live if It's Me Billy 2 reaches 100. Listen, if It's Me Billy 2 reaches $500,000, no. If It's Me Billy 2 reaches $100,000 by the end of the campaign, we're asking for 120. If it reaches 100, that's still good. That's still good, because that means we can then run another campaign throughout the summer at a lower point, and then hopefully get it into demand, and then hopefully just make up the difference. Do you know what I mean? We're hoping with this campaign, we can get as close to 100,000 Canadian, or as close to 88 or 89,000 US, because you see it a bit differently, obviously, because of the exchange rate, as we possibly can. As we possibly can. We got to drive this. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. But if we can get 120 off the bat, that would be great. That'd be great. We're still sitting at 31,589, 302 backers. Jeez, do you think we could get that to 32,000 by the end of the stream? I don't know. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not asking people who've already donated to donate again. I'm just talking about like anybody new in the chat, maybe who's like just like tuning in or something. I'm telling you, man, if the It's Me Billy Chapter 2 Blu-ray gets to 550 units sold, or the double blue gets to 550 on Saturday, October the 28th, 2023, this Halloween, essentially 3 days before Halloween, I will do the epic Halloween stream on this channel starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to watch Halloween, Halloween 2 from 81, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, and Halloween 5, all in one day. It's going to be like an 8-9 hour stream. Get out the popcorn, get out the munchies. We're going to have guests on. I'm going to have, you know, a couple of giveaways as well. I will absolutely sit my ass down for 8 or 9 hours on the epic Halloween stream. Probably one of the biggest, most epic Halloween streams ever. I don't think anybody's ever done it. Oh, sure, there's been streams. Oh, sure. There's been streams. But there's never been the epic Halloween stream. The Halloween stream to end all Halloween streams. Just saying. Awoken Nightmare says, so far I've got a Blu-ray and an ornament. I'll definitely be donating further. Dude, that's amazing. We appreciate that. Of course, if you want to, that's awesome. But you know what? You've done it, dude. You've stepped up. You've done it. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. You're awesome. You're awesome. And again, this should go without saying, but I do not expect those who are genuinely in difficult financial times, you know, where $20 is the difference between little, you know, Bobby crapping on the floor or buying diapers. Obviously, I am not talking about, I mean, you know, I totally, family comes first, Totally 100%. I'm just hoping we can reach all those people out there who maybe don't know about the product yet, or, who absolutely can and would. We just got to convince them to do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, with the amount of people that watch me, I think we can do it 100%. And if we do it, that adds another 30 grand to the campaign. That's amazing. We'd be over 50% by now, right? It's totally achievable. Fucking amazing. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Geeked Out Turtle Fan says, Run was all right. Now run for his run. Now, that was good. Did you watch it though? Did you think it was all, you think it was all right? I thought it was really good. I really liked it. But I get your joke. Sebastian says, Dave, how about Halloween 6? Nope. Going to be Halloween 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going to be Halloween 5. The reason why I chose 5 over 6 is because I think people are going to like to see me tear into 5 more than they would 6. That's what it is. Can't be choosers. That's what it is. I can't start rearranging stuff now. That's my offer. My offer to you is 550 Blu-ray sold, and you will get me on October 28th, all day stream. Grab your popcorn, your munchies, and let's have the Halloween marathon to end all Halloween marathons. And yes, I know, as Chester Franklin Jr. pointed out, that AMC Fear Fest will probably be running their big Halloween marathon that day. Oh, sure. Yeah, I get it. But AMC doesn't have Dave McRae, and AMC doesn't have guests, and AMC doesn't have giveaways. I'm just saying. A new car! No. I'm not giving away cars. We're giving away Maseratis and Porsches and Challengers and Mustangs, and I'm telling you. Can you imagine? Nighttime says, bro, I got thousands on me and no kids to feed. There you go. Well, dude. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, but I'm just saying, we can make horror history together. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Tom Hungarian says, obviously we know where Loomis came from, but I wonder if Billy in Scream was named after Billy in Black Christmas. Wes was a genius. Could have been. That wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. I could see that. I don't know. Do we know for sure? It's at what's at 27% now? No, get the hell out of here. You're joking. What the hell is this? Somebody went hard into the paint. Ladies and gentlemen, 32,456, 304 backers. Somebody stepped up. Holy snapping crap, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck is going on? You know what's going on? The McCrazies are stepping up. That's what's going on. It's a pop. It's like WWE wrestling. And you hear the Stone Cold Steve Austin shattered glass. And he starts walking down the aisle as I get the fuck out of the way. It is time. Oh my God. 32,456 Canadian dollars. We started the day at 24%. We're at the end of the day at 27%. Holy shit, we're less than $600 away from 33. Oh my God, ladies and germs. Woo! Now that's what I'm talking about. Listen, whoever did that, or maybe it was a couple of people. I haven't looked at the donation list yet because I'd have to change screens. I'll do that after. But if it was somebody that just dropped a bomb, dude, you're amazing. You're amazing. Like, sincerely, you are. I mean, you know this, but I got to tell you, you're amazing. Unreal. If it was one person that just suddenly bought a bunch of perks, amazing. No matter. One person bought a bunch of perks, one person dropped a bomb, or if it was 4 people that just, amazing. You're all amazing. I love you guys. Sincerely. You're making this happen. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, see? Sebastian's like, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Amazing. Amazing. Holy snapping crap. Look at that green bar inching up. Look at that. Look at that green bar inching closer and closer. Closer and closer. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's just that momentum. It's just that momentum. Damn. I love you guys. You are going to bring a... Listen. Bruce and I, we worked hard. We have been busting our asses, man. We want to show you how this fucking thing ends, man. We want to give you... I mean, it's art, right? It's art. So, I mean, we can't guarantee you're going to love it. I mean, nobody can guarantee that. It's a movie. We hope you love it, but we are going to and are working our asses off, right? We got the script. Lynn loves the script. We sent the script over to Olivia. She said she was in. I mean, we've got Victoria coming back, Caro coming back, Brian coming back. There's going to be a few new cast members as well. We're busting our asses off, but the cherry on top was Olivia Hussey. That was a cherry on top. That was the home run. That was the grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. Do you know what I'm saying? That was the game-winning goal in Game 7 in overtime of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That was overtime, long bomb, touchdown, Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? That's a buzzer beater three-pointer in basketball, overtime, NBA championship. And we did it. And now we pass it over to you guys. We're like, all right, we did it, and now you guys got to help us make it happen, man. We got to do it. We can't let this opportunity pass. I mean, think about it. Olivia Hussey coming back. It's Me, Billy, Chapter 2. Do you know how many people thought it wouldn't happen? And listen, I totally understand. 100%. 100%. And we'd be lying if we didn't think, But, hey, what are you going to do? You don't ask, you don't get, right? You got to try. You got to go out there, you got to swing, you got to step up to the plate, you got to try, right? You got to go down. Hey, if we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. And we did it. We did it. And look what you guys are doing. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's not hyperbole. Holy fucking shit. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Let me see here. Dark Ninja says, make a live stream every week for this. It seems to work. I might have to. As long as we continue to reach more people. You know what I mean? As long as we continue to reach more people, totally down. Totally down. Totally down. Let me just go down. I'm just looking at something here because I'm curious. Okay. Must have been a donation that came in. I think, unless somebody picked up the associate producer perk. I'm not sure. I think it might have been a donation. Unreal. Whoever you are, you're fucking amazing. Whoever did that is fucking amazing. And I'll find out once we're off, but amazing. Chester says, Happy Sanjo, let me get your super chat. Sorry, buddy. Hang on. Sorry, I got caught up in the fucking excitement there. $5 from Happy Sanjo. Thank you, Happy. And says, how much would we have to hit to get a 4K option stretch goal? Could you make that happen? There's a reason why a lot of campaigns don't offer 4K releases. It's very expensive to produce 4K. It's just not something we would want to tackle at this moment. The short answer is I don't know. But it would be more than what we're asking for now. Because keep in mind too, like the money we raise, right, is not an arbitrary number, right? It's we've gone through the spreadsheet. This is the number we need to make this happen. So what you are doing, what you, the fans, what you, my viewers, what you, my community is doing, the horror community, is you are helping to fund the movie. So the money raised from you goes towards, the production insurance, the craft services, the accommodations, the flights, the union, the fees, the cast, the crew, The rental of the trucks, the rental of the equipment, lighting, camera, and grip, and the creation and distribution of the perks, right? So, it's, I don't know what a 4K option would be. I'm not really sure. But I imagine a lot more expensive than Blu-ray. But I mean, Blu-ray is great, right? It's full HD, 1080p, clear, perfect. I mean, I know we're getting into the 4K stuff now, but listen, if we raise $500,000, well, maybe. I don't know if that's how much it would take, but I know it would take more than what we're asking for. Let's get to where we need to go first. And then, see, this is the thing. If we can get our budget, raise our budget before the end of the campaign, then the campaign goes into demand. And then even though the campaign's over, because it's in demand, Indiegogo will allow us to continue to raise funds and continue to put up perks. So maybe, right? You never know. Okay, so I got that super chat. It's fucking unreal. Warren Armour says, it will happen because I dreamed it happening. My dreams come true, no lie. Dude, it's funny you say that because I had a dream. I think it was probably because it was while we were in negotiations. I had a dream that Olivia was on set. I did. And it was really cool. Yeah. It was amazing. So hopefully my dream and your dream are good omens. Well, I mean, we were able to, she absolutely has agreed to come on board, and we have it, and of course in print. So it is true. It will happen, but we have to raise the money first. We don't have the money. We can't make the movie. But I believe we're going to do it. It's just so awesome to have her on board. That was so exciting. When we knew it was going to happen before we launched the campaign, it was so exciting. It's so exciting because I feel absolutely confident that we're going to give her and her character and do her and her character justice. I feel I'm very excited about that opportunity, which is amazing. As a filmmaker, that's really cool. And she's a legendary actress, just to be able to work with her is awesome. Is awesome. Let me see here. Just looking for a question. Talking Billy. I love it. Love you guys are talking about it, keeping it in your mind. It's good stuff. The scream should definitely be on your soundboard, Dave. Happy for that scream. Oh my, whoa! You're right. It should be. It totally should be. I thought you were talking about the Wilhelm scream for a moment. Ah! I should have that on there. And then that way I don't have to ruin my voice. I can just, I can just do that. Do all horror movies coexist? I'm not sure what you mean, Warren. Do all horror movies coexist? I'm not quite sure what you mean. I'm not entirely sure. Do they? I don't know. Yes, got your super chat. Happy for sure. Scrolling down. Tabitha says, have you thought about doing a stream for different times of the day, like morning, afternoon, night, and weekends to reach more of your viewers? Well, according to my analytics, I always try to jump on when most of my viewers are online already, because you can look at the analytics on YouTube to see when people are online. So that's what I try to do. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Josh McKenna sends in $4.99, says, besides Black Christmas, what are some of your favorite other Olivia Hussey movies? Well, Olivia Hussey is probably best known for, in a general movie-going sense, for her breakout role in Romeo and Juliet in 1968. Obviously, it was a movie, I think it was one of the first times that actual teenagers were playing the role of Romeo and Juliet, because before that, it was usually people in their 20s or 30s. But this was a very authentic depiction of that, of those characters, exactly how William Shakespeare imagined it and wrote it. And, if you can imagine it akin to like the Twilight saga in the 2000s. You know, like in terms of the crazy mayhem, the fans, you know, crazy. It was like that for that Romeo and Juliet movie in 1968. And for anybody who was born, you know, or who was in high school in the 60s and in the 70s, you probably watched that movie. It was a huge film. Huge film. It was nominated for several Academy Awards. Olivia Hussey won a Golden Globe for it as Best Newcomer, I think, or something like that. She was like 16. And so that's probably what she's best known for to a general movie-going audience. And then, of course, the horror community, she's one of horror's first final girls, Jess Bradford, in Black Christmas. But she was in, she was in Psycho 4 as Norman Bates' mom. She was in the It miniseries from 1990 as Bill's wife. She was in Death on the Nile, the Agatha Christie movie with Bette Davis in the 70s. And of course, she's was in Jesus of Nazareth, and she was Mother Teresa in an early, I think it was it, or was that early 2000s? That might have been early 2000s. She's done a lot of, like, she'll pop up here or there. And yeah, it's cool to see, like, she'll pop up and be like, oh, there's Olivia Hussey. I didn't know she was in this movie. That kind of thing, you know? She stepped away from acting for a bit and took sort of smaller roles to raise her kids too. She does talk about that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, she's done a lot of theater and all that kind of stuff too. So I would say for me growing up, I knew her as Jess Bradford and Psycho 4, and of course, the horror shit, right? And It, and and all that kind of stuff. But most people out there probably know her as the young Juliet from the blockbuster Romeo. Well, it wasn't, the term blockbuster wasn't around then, but that's kind of what it was, Michael Joe says, Dave, could we see a new Hatchet Victor Crowley movie? Maybe. I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen any of the others. Are they good? I mean, I know they're like, B-movie slasher kind of movies and that kind of stuff, but I haven't seen them. So I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, just amazing, guys. Like, again, looking at that screen, 300 scream. I said scream. Looking at the screen, 304 backers. Could we get to 305? I don't know. 32,456. Guys, we were at 29,000 this morning. We've raised $3,500 just today. And that's because of you. My crazies. Stepping up, making this happen. We were at 24% this morning. We're at 27% now, knocking on 30% in just over a week. But like I said, we got to keep the momentum going, right? That's what it's all about. It's keeping that consistent momentum going so we can cruise across that finish line and whatnot. But this is amazing. So I will absolutely honor it. If the It's Me Billy Chapter 2 Blu-ray gets to 550 units sold, I will do the epic Halloween stream. If the double blue gets to 550 units sold, I will absolutely do the Halloween stream 100%. I will absolutely do it. And like I said, if it gets to 549 or 548, I'll still honor it. I'm not going to be a total dick. But we got to get there. If it gets to 350 or 400, I'm not going to do it. I have to, by my own principles, right? Because nope, it's gotta be close. Warren Armour says, Olivia Hussey has aged very well. She looks really good. Yeah, she looks great. Yeah, she's aged very well. Very well. Yeah, she's very beautiful. Southpaw 82 says, Dave, I feel like you would be a great comedy director. Ooh, I don't know, man. Comedy, maybe. Comedy is very difficult to do. Comedy is one of the hardest. Comedy and drama are actually one of the hardest things to do because they're not universal, right? Horror is one of the easiest stories or easiest genre. I'm not saying it's easier, but it's one of the easier genres to work in and create because we're all essentially afraid of the same things. Whereas comedy doesn't necessarily translate to different cultures, right? And same with drama. You know what I mean? Drama more so, because drama is really, in a lot of cases about the human spirit and things like that. And that tends to be a little more universal, but comedy, definitely not. Definitely not. There's a lot of things I find funny that you don't, or you find funny that I don't. We have different tastes in comedy. There's American humor, there's British humor, there's slapstick, there's dry comedy, there's witty comedy. There's all kinds of stuff. It'd be very difficult to do. I'd be willing to give it a shot. Like if the script was really good and it was something that I found really funny, even if nobody else did, if I found it really funny, I would absolutely give it a shot. For sure I would. But it would be difficult. It would be difficult, I think, because it's about timing too. Horror is about timing as well. Scares are about timing as well. But comedy, you got to be on your game. You know what I mean? You got to be on your game, and it can be pretty tricky. It can be pretty tricky. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, Matt, I promised to come on and do Crispin's Dance from Final Chapter live. You heard it right there, folks. 550 Blu-rays sold, double blue or the single. Cody Snyder is going to jump on October 28th, 2023 and do the Crispin Glover fucking dance. It's happening. It's happening. Sebastian follows up and says, Hatchet 1 and 3 are good. Victor Crowley, the movie, is one of the worst films I've ever seen. Okay, so Hatchet 1 to 3 are good, but the fourth movie, which is called Victor Crowley, is not very good. Is Danielle Harris in all of them? I know she was in like the first one, right? Or something like that. I think she was in the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the second one too. Not sure. Chester Franklin Jr. says, Dave, has Lynn Griffin been in movies? If so, do you have some favorites of hers? Thanks for my question. Sorry to ask again. How do I become a moderator? Well, moderators, Chester, are chosen by me when I feel I need more moderators. Right now, it's nothing personal, but right now, Tabitha and Cody and Andrew and Darren and Frank, I have 5, are handling everything well. They're doing well. And then Tony is a moderator of mine, but I made him a moderator because we do a show together. So he can quickly jump on something, if there's a problem he needs to address. He's kind of like an honorary mod, right? So if I find that I need more moderators because the channel is growing and the chat's just flying by and we're having more problems, I will keep you in mind. But as of right now, everything so far is good. And Lynn, of course, she was in Black Christmas. She was in the horror movie Curtains. She was in the Canadian comedy classic Strange Brew with Rick Moranis, Dave Thomas, and Max von Sydow. That's a very stereotypically Canadian movie. That's the oot and a boot kind of stuff. My God, no wonder Americans think we sound like that. But it's a funny movie. It's a very funny movie. And she's done a lot of theater, and she's done, bit parts on like NYPD Blue and all kinds of stuff. She's worked steadily over the years, and she just finished shooting a part in Eli Roth's Thanksgiving horror movie. Lynn was just in Eli Roth's Thanksgiving horror movie, and they talked about Black Christmas and all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. So look out for Lynn's. I don't know. I think it's a small role, I think, but she was shooting that actually. She was actually shooting that the same weekend that we were talking with her about coming on board It's Me Billy Chapter 2. So very cool indeed. So yeah, she's worked very steadily like Olivia has over the years. Yeah. Shout out to Lynn, by the way, again as well. MagaCat says, Danielle Harris is washing my clothes now. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. You should go help her. Tabitha says, got to go for a bit. Time to put the kids to bed. Alrighty, no problem. Danielle Harris is only in the second and third one. Okay, so she's not in the first one. Yeah, I don't remember her being in the first one. But I do remember her being part of the promotional material for the others. I will say that. For the others. All right. Let's see here. Ryan Kinney says, Adam Green hasn't been very active on the social media lately. So I have no clue, but I think he's working on the 5th Hatchet movie right now. Well, hey, you know what? If you're a big Hatchet fan, then that's good news. That's really good news if you're a big Hatchet fan. WLIJ, or is it WLJJ movie reviews? Hey, Dave, have you ever heard of Class Reunions Massacre, also known as the Son of Satan, also known as the Redeemer? No, I haven't. I haven't heard of them. I have not. I will have to check that out when it becomes time. So let me... Oh, super chat comes in from Nick Jean again, sends in $4.99, says coming to a Two Dudes as well. Let's keep it up, everyone. What? Did you just, do you mean that you, so you picked up, is that what happened? You picked up the Two Dudes perk? Is that what you mean? Or am I misinterpreting that? I don't know. I haven't looked up who's picked up what today. I have no idea. But thank you for the super chat, Nick. I really appreciate that, man. Really, really appreciate that. Aaron Click says, Dave, not to use someone just for personal gain, but maybe Eli Roth, Lynn could help you get further connected in the industry. Well, Lynn and I both have this. Well, yeah, I mean, it's possible. You never know. Right? It's all about connections, right? It's all about connections. Lynn and I actually have the same voiceover agent, which I mean, again, I know you're talking specifically about the film industry, which is true. Yeah. You have to leverage those connections. There's lots of people I've met over the years that absolutely could have helped me along in certain areas. But I didn't leverage those connections because sometimes, people come into your life and their purpose is met. And sometimes you don't leverage them for whatever reason, a missed opportunity, or you're busy doing something else. But now, for the first time in my life, you see, for many years, I was very focused on the voiceover work, which I still am. I mean, I'm still doing voiceover. It's not like I've retired. But now, like I said, when I turned 40, I really wanted to make a go at making movies because, I turned 40 in 2019. I'll be 44 in a couple of weeks, and I really want to make a go at it. So yeah, I am always looking to nurture those relationships and connections and things like that, and whoever can help. And absolutely, 100%. I mean, I have no doubt that Eli Roth will probably eventually be aware of It's Me, Billy. Actually, he might already be. I'm not 100% sure, but Lynn might have said something to him. I'm not sure, but because he's a big Black Christmas fan. So that's good. That's good. Bobby Hall says, Dave, can you say some Freddy Krueger lines as Randy Macho Man Savage?
Oh, yeah, you're all my children now. Yeah, I'm about to rip your head off like it's nobody's business. Yeah, you're all my fucking children now.
There you go. Arthur Vega sends in $10. Thank you, Arthur. Says, hey, Dave, random question. Could you see a crossover with Scream and Black Christmas? P.S. Send Veda my love. Arthur sends his love, Veda. Meow. A crossover? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Because Scream has a very meta, self-aware, sort of it's not a spoof movie, but I've always said that the Scream movies have a spoofish element to it. Whereas Black Christmas doesn't. It's played straight. So I'm going to say no. Because I'm going to say no. I wouldn't want to do that. I don't like crossing the streams. That's just me. But I appreciate the super chat, Arthur. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Chester Franklin Jr. says, great stream, Dave. Gotta go. Sorry asking you to become a moderator. No. Don't be sorry, dude. Hey, you don't ask, you don't get, right? You don't ask, you don't get. I will be patient, but the mods are doing a great job. Cheers to you guys. Oh, they are. Oh, yeah. No, my mods are great. They're great. They're on that. Like, there was an issue earlier. Fucking on that, like, ketchup on a burger. I was trying to think of something to say. Warren Armour says, thanks, Dave, for the chat. You made my night. Great time. Thank you, Warren. Really appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, we'll go maybe another 5 minutes or so, and then we'll call it a stream. It's been a good stream. Very good stream. And 300, guys, we're at 304 backers. Could we get to 305 before the end of the stream? In 5 minutes, just make it 305? That'd be cool. I'm just saying. So all you crazies out there, Step up. If you're watching after the fact, let's get those Blu-rays going. Let's get those Blu-rays going. I really want to do that Halloween stream in October. Yeah. Meow. Yeah. Hey, it's the least I can do, Aaron. Ryan Kinney says, Danielle Harris auditioned for Hatchet, won, but didn't get the role. Oh, well, hey, you know what? It happens. It happens. I mean, I've auditioned for tons of stuff over my career and lots of stuff I didn't get, lots of stuff I've gotten, lots of stuff I didn't get. It's never personal. You know, sometimes it's always just, you know, I mean, it's, I mean, unless you do something to make it personal, it's never personal. Unless you tell the casting, you know, director to fuck off or something. Auditioning is part of the work. And sometimes it can come down to you and one other person, or sometimes that other person just has a little bit of that, just, you know, whatever it is, and you didn't for, you know, whatever. And you know what I mean? But I've also got a lot of audition, you know, I've booked a lot of auditions as well, which a lot of other people have auditioned for, and they've been on the receiving end of that. Right. So it's just part of the game, Oh, Nick says yes. Yeah, Nick going hard into the paint with a 2 dudes perk, my man. That's what I'm talking about. McCrazy stepping up, seeing the McCrazy sign in the sky, tearing off that jacket, saying, "Babe, I gotta go." Where are you going, honey? Babe, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Dave needs me. I gotta go. It's in the fucking sky. I gotta go. I gotta go, babe. What's going on? I don't understand. No, babe. I'm Batman. I'll be back. That's what happened with Nick and his, you know, it's exactly what happened tonight. Mark Williams says, the countdown on the campaign is much fun, just like the first campaign. Every time Dave comes in with, did someone drop a bomb, cracks me up. Well, it's true, dude. I love seeing those. And again, it should go without saying, I am not expecting anybody who cannot financially afford anything to, you know, strap that. No, family comes first, you come first, absolutely. I'm just trying to reach all those McCrazies that can afford to buy a Blu-ray and want to help out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. It's about reaching those people that forgot about it, or it's not top of mind, or they're like, oh, I haven't tuned in. Oh, what? Fuck. Oh, yo, shit. Oh, that's on now. You know, reaching those people, we can make it happen. It's not, look, 550 might seem like a lot, but it's not when you have, like, you know, nearly 50,000 people that follow you across all your socials, right? It should be, in theory, pretty easy. And if you're just tuning in and you don't know what I'm talking about the epic Halloween stream I want to do on my channel, all day Halloween movies. I'm watching Halloween 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on Saturday, October 28th, 2023, 3 days before Halloween. We're going to have guests on helping me watch the movies. We'll have, you know, a couple of giveaways. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really want to do it, but I want my Blu-ray, either the singular one or the double blue, to get to 550 units sold. And listen, if it goes beyond 550 units, well, that's great. I mean, I don't want people to stop, you know, if you know, that's great. But if it can get to there, either one, I will do that stream. And just by McCrazy's stepping up and doing that, just that alone will add an extra 30 grand to the budget. That's awesome. That's amazing, right? It's amazing. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for everybody who has stepped up tonight and done it. Really appreciate it. The Violator 862 sends in $4.99, says, Dave, if they were to make a hypothetical sequel to Jaws, where would you want it to go? So the first Jaws only. So Jaws 2 doesn't exist. I would want it to, like, right now, I would go back to Hooper. Why not do a legacy sequel? I mean, I don't want them to do this because I don't trust that they're going to do it right. But if I had no choice, I'd be like, you know, why not do a legacy sequel? It's Hooper. He's still alive. Obviously, Robert Shaw and Roy Scheider are dead. I wouldn't want to recast them. I think Lorraine Gary is still alive, if I'm not mistaken. Marie Hamilton, who played the mayor, he's dead. He died years ago. He died in the 80s. But definitely maybe something with Richard Dreyfuss, if he's willing and if he's able. And it's very much in the same vein as the first Jaws. So it's a horror movie, but it's got a lot of drama. It's about character. Do you know what I mean? It's not a Deep Blue Sea, you know, or The Meg. You know, it's not like that. You know, it really is sort of maybe Hooper has suffered from PTSD his entire life, and we follow him years later, and it's just something he's never gotten over. And there's something where he now has to step back in and sort of kind of take on something that is happening again. A little predictable, a little cliche maybe, but why not? What else are you going to do? Right? Why not capitalize on the nostalgia? Why not capitalize on the legacy sequel trend and do that? That's what I would say. Yeah, why not? So that is my answer to that. American Turkey Burger says, who's bringing the chocolate milk on ice? There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Chocolate milk on ice. Let's do it. Chocolate milk on ice. Oh, I'll be having some. Oh yeah, sure. Totally. If we get to there, I will absolutely have some chocolate milk that day. I gotta have chocolate milk and maybe some Doritos or some Hawkins Cheesies, which I absolutely love. Dude, gotta pace myself though. I had to pace myself. Totally. All right, folks. Well, listen, that is gonna do it for me on this stream. I want to, we hit 305. We hit 305. We hit 305, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. I think somebody donated a couple of bucks just to get to 305. Whoever that was, you're amazing. I love you. Thank you so much. There we are, folks. 32,456 so far. We're on our way to 40,000. We still got a ways to go to cut it, to make it to half. And of course, we got a long way to go to make it to fully funded. But with 53 days left, we're only 7 days in, and we got 27% of our budget. Thank you, all of you. Sincerely, you're amazing. I love you guys. You stepped up tonight. You made it happen. Share this with your friends. That's not just a thing that I'm saying. I mean that. Share it with people who you think could contribute, who would want to contribute. Say, listen, no, this is Olivia Hussey is coming back. Olivia Hussey is coming back. You know what I mean? They're doing this. Show them chapter 1 so they know that this is not just any fan film. That this is something special that we're doing. We just got to get the word out there. We just got to reach more people and get the word out there and get everybody to step up. Your name will be in the credits. No matter what perk you choose, your name will be in the credits. We're going to do it, man. We're going to do it. Thank you to hey, Reese Wilson, my man. Reese Wilson sends in $2.99, says, dropped a little donation. I guess it was Reese that got us over the hump there. But more to come. Thank you very much, Reese. Really appreciate that, buddy. I know I can count on you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the super chat questions that came in here on this stream tonight. Sorry, Tony wasn't around tonight, hence the one dude and no bullshit. Tony, shout out to my brother from another mother. Hello, mother. Hello, father. My brother from another mother, Tony Michael, who's probably working away on his work. I hope the meetings went well tonight, man. My great moderators, Frank Riker, Tab the Short, Darren Sands, Chris Baber, and Cody Snyder. Thank you for doing what you do. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you to the donations that came in tonight during the stream. This is what I'm talking about, folks. This is what we're capable of. This is what I'm talking about. Really appreciate it. Let's get the word out there, spread the word. Let's try to get it to all those people that still don't know about it, have forgotten about it, that haven't been thinking about it. Like, oh shit, let's reach more people. The more people we can reach, we can fund this baby. We can fund this baby. Have a great rest of your Monday night, folks. Have a great rest of your Monday night. Stay safe out there. And hey, if you want to follow me on social media and you're not already, all my links are in the description. My links to my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter. Check them out until your heart's content. And when your heart is content, check them out again. That's going to do it for me. Take care, everybody. In the meantime and in between time, I will talk to you soon. Cheers.